change. Keep it tuned to Citi. You're number one. Don't look no further. We've got it all covered. Citi FM.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Good morning to life.
Good morning.
Music, talk, inspiration, in perspective.
Express yourself. Good morning, my neighbor.
Citi FM, your station.
It's a refreshing lifestyle.
Citi FM 97.3.
Somebody just rub your hand around you. I'm just basking this revelation. You better tell him. No throne without the cross. There'll be no sacrifice without your blood. All these you did for. No throne without the cross. There's no sacrifice without your blood.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
There's no sacrifice without all this you did for me. Can you lift it up? Lift your hands and say, no throne without the cross. There's no sacrifice without your blood. All these you did for me. No me without you. You better tell it. No throne without the cross. There's no sacrifice. All these you did for me. No me without you, Jesus. Say no throne without the cross. There's no sacrifice without your blood. All this you did. No me without you. Hey, say no throne without the cross. There's no sacrifice. No me. Lift it up. No throne without the cross. There's no sacrifice without your blood. Hey, all this you did for me. No me. Say no throne without the cross. There's no sacrifice without your blood. All this you did for me.
No throne without the cross. There's no sacrifice without the blood. All these you did for me. No me without you. So you were the price that was paid to secure me, to secure my identity, to secure my liberty, to secure my victory. Those who know you can, with time coming at 6:33, 97.3 Citi FM, a song that reminds us that every important thing has a price. And if you are prepared to pay the price, you will certainly enjoy the goods. It says, if you are willing and obedient, you will eat the good of the land. But if you refuse and rebel, you will be devoured by the sword. So the choice is yours. I set before you blessing and cursing, life and death. It says, choose life that you and your descendants may live. So what price are you refusing to pay for the future that you so desire? There's a price we must pay to create a society that our children will be proud of. It may mean we sacrifice personal comforts, pay the price, denying ourselves of the luxury of chopping all your money today so you can save for the future. There's a lot of wisdom in this song that Dunsin Oyekan brings to us, and it's business sense brought to us by APSA. Our ambition is that this 2026 you will feel more confident about the future. We've put together the APSA Ultimate Account, created to be the cushion you can count on, where you get 3 times your monthly salary up to 20,000 cedis in the event of retrenchments to help you stay afloat. Open an APSA Ultimate Account today. Your story matters, APSA. We have a big show today with a lot of guests coming to have breakfast with us. Watch out for that. Starting off with the Chief Executive of MMFL, Mobile Money Fintech Limited. Yeah, he's joining us to have breakfast at 8:15. Later in the morning, Minister for Communication and Digital Innovation will be joining us with his colleague from Zambia as we count down to the launch of Ghana's AI strategy on Friday. A lot of things happening in that space as well. We got a lot of comments from people about the bad nature of our roads, the bad nature of their roads. So we've put together a series of reports we'll be airing this week on the state of progress on some of the big push programs. So we've been following some of the big push work across the country. We'll bring you a report on that, not today, but in the course of the week. A number of people also sent complaints about their power going off. Well, the President of the Republic spoke about this. I think you heard Samuel Akom talk about this in the news. He says there are upgrades going on and that people should be informed before those upgrades are done. So some highlights on that for you this morning as well. And just when we thought the war was ending, just when we thought, please don't go to war. Don't ever go to war. Because it's almost like there's a spirit that doesn't want war to end. You know, we're all praying that this weekend we'll hear that Charlie ceasefire 2 weeks. Charlie, Opinion Trump has tweeted that he put some blockade in Iran, and the Iranian people brought some vessels. So his people have blasted the vessel and taken it over. Yeah. Charlie. So from 28 February 2026, today is it 19th or 20th? I don't know. Today is 20th. Today is 20th April. Charlie, this war must not cross April. Pastor Maul, you have to intensify your prayers. I tell you. Intensify. Don't forget, we're bringing you the family consecration service on the 1st of May. And throughout that period, or between now and that period, we bring you the seasons of prayer with 3 key hours, 4 to 6 a.m., midnight, and lunch hour. Join Pastor Mauli Chikata. And of course, our team of pastors, including Pastor Fred Niyamo McDavis, as well as Fire for Fire. Reverend Mike Noagbewonu will be joined by Pastor Stephen Wengam this week and Reverend Andrews Nelson Nawintia as we gear up towards the 1st of May at the Oil Dome here at Obechebi Lamte Circle. Before we get into all of that, newspaper review segment brought to you by Zonda Tech. Welcome to Zonda Tech, your one-stop automobile shop and proud operator of an impressive assembly plant with brands like Sinotrack for SUVs and pickups, Great Wall Motors and Cherry. We also have the construction trucks from Forland and Santui and the Sunny Group. Vehicles built to international standards, assembled here in Ghana. Choose local, choose Zonda, choose quality. And switch your salary to Fidelity Bank and enjoy amazing benefits like lower interest rates, higher loan amounts, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. It's time to switch and smile wider with Fidelity Bank. Call 0800 003 355. So let me say good morning to my colleagues Caleb Kuda and Godfred Akotobuafo. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning, Bernard. Happy Monday.
You know, I like it when I can discern the kind of week we have by Godfred's tone.
Exactly.
Oh, good morning, Bernard. Happy Monday.
It means there are no beggars on the street.
But when you do like, good morning, Bernard.
That's so much.
Bernard.
Sex workers have taken over.
People are sleeping in the streets. Teachers have taken over our Bernard. Why?
People are driving by us and uploading it on video.
You know, this weekend was good.
You know the levels. Let me tell you something. You know the levels of grief. Players. You know the levels of grief.
Which level?
Acceptance. Players. No, it is that I'm at the acceptance level, which is why I am calm and happy this morning. I have accepted.
I know you too well.
I have accepted
when you hear, you can discern. Jesus said you can discern the face of the sky. I can discern the tone of your voice. I can discern that you are looking forward to the week.
But I'm looking forward to the week, but there's acceptance.
You don't want to complain anymore.
No, but there's acceptance that Okai Kwenos is the worst place in Accra.
But you don't live there.
No, but
you're talking about La Paz.
Yes, I don't need to live there to feel the pain of the people.
La
Paz
has overtaken Medina.
If you live in La Paz, I'm mourning for you this morning.
You know the funny thing? I was talking to Samens on Friday about La Paz. He said when he visited the place, the place has improved from the La Paz he knew. That's why I changed the subject. he said he went there. I think we were talking on Friday. He said he went through La Paz and he was. He said what he knew of La Paz. This is even better.
Hey, and then La Paz, what happened to me?
Please,
La Paz, I have accepted. I have accepted, but I have accepted. This is your best state ever. If this is the best state,
no, he's talking from history.
Yeah, I'm saying if historically, this is La Paz in its finest hour.
Yeah.
Residents of La Paz, yeah, Mo.
It's okay.
Good morning.
Golden hour.
Front page of the Daily Graphic.
Yes.
ENP unveils the mine development plan.
Yes.
Airport, roads, health facilities among blueprints for Enclave. Professor Joshua Alabi, board chair of GCB Bank PLC, is on the front page. GCB pays out 265 million Ghana Cedi dividend after 5-year break. ICE West Africa expansion. And on this one, Publican is not going away, Bernard. But AGI throws weight behind customs AI valuation system, but demands 48-hour dispute resolution.
Okay. Now, the Ghanaian Times, at the 4th in Defense of Democracy Summit, VIP calls for urgent global financial reform. She's seen here with some of the global players. And on the fatal microlight crash, aircraft lost control during emergency landing attempt. Preliminary probe reviews. President Mahama called for 24-hour markets in northern region, and MTN Ghana to invest $1 billion in network expansion, cybersecurity, etc., etc.
Mining is everywhere on the front page of the Daily Guide as well. Bernardina in bauxite mine, local companies deserve fair chance, according to a chief sack pensions boss over reckless spending. As for ENP on the front page of the paper as well. AGOSP relationship broken beyond repair.
This is so sad.
The Ghanaian Times, Nyinahini bauxite project, JIJEC, accused of sidelining local firms, and insider dismisses claims of Get Fund minister rifts.
Front page of the Herald newspaper this morning. Ibrahim Mahama reveals Goldfields 2022 offer and a Kufu-Addo support in Diamond bid. Jadek is on the front page of the paper. BNI harasses in put in quote Medina Assembly officials for enforcing local laws against unapproved Oyarifa building. Non-traditional exports surged to $5 billion in 2025 as GEPA report shows 30%.
The Informer, fight against corruption. Mahama rates OSP high and declared too early get disqualified. NDC warns aspirants ahead of internal polls. Tricycles are not ambulances. Mahama, as government rolls out primary health care, and Transparency International warns OSP distraction as NDC backs court, but NPP questions AG's takeover.
Let me put together the Daily Gist and the publisher for you, Bernard. The new publisher's front page, economic revival not cosmetic. That's Atoforce in telling global investors. On the front page of the Daily Gist, they also go with the bauxite story, but Get Fund, education minister in turf war. I'll give you details.
The Chronicle, declining sales pushing us out of business. Yam sellers complaining here. Foreign investors to take over Nyinahini bauxite. Stakeholders push back against alleged move. And Mahama promotes 19 senior police officers.
The Daily Democrat's front page, Ochiame Kwame backs Feed Ghana for free
okay.
as one of their lead stories. NPRA dismantles NPP falsehood, also on the front page.
The news center this morning: airport, roads, health facilities among ENP's development blueprint for the Amang Enclave. We don't steal customers' data. This is MTN CEO. And car partnership in talks with government over PPA extension.
I'll put together the Inquisitor and the Daily Post because they are all on Ninahin and the bauxite
Right.
issues over there. But also the front page of the Daily Post talks about the president's visit to the northern region.
Okay. The custodian NDC seeks to crumple OSP. This is John Dakonswami MP. And we are dying over falling prices, poor sales, Techiman market women cry out, and then also other stories. If you go to the Ghanaian Point this morning, current power outages not doomed, so Mahama assures. Free primary healthcare is just a repackaged NPP policy. This is the minority. And then 42-year-old cocoa farmer slashes off manhood in attempted suicide at Aworowa.
What is that? That's a painful way.
I mean, how?
Anyway, front page of the BNFT, Bernard. AGI backs GRA's Publican AI platform as well. Makes it here. Over to you, Bernard.
Well, so let me do a few more. If you go to citynewsroom.com, government will launch WhatsApp system for reporting power outages. This is John Jenapot, the energy minister. This is interesting because Adumako Mensah says power situation is still very dire despite upgrade efforts. So we'll do a story on power. Mahama pledges to sustain single-digit inflation amid stability efforts. This is still on the citynewsroom.com website. There are 3 other Mahama stories. Mahama says drug fight must go beyond arresting drug peddlers, and he also directs school feeding program to absorb surplus of the egg glut. And then if you go to other stories, BOG governor says remittance inflows near 7.8 billion in 2025, surpassing FDI. And then Godfrey Dami says actions of some judges risks denting judicial independence. Channel 1 News says concerned clergy to stage nationwide demo over delays in LGBTQ plus passage. In other headlines, Ankobra Assembly member calls for agency defense to curb tidal flooding. And then justify takeover with strong investment, Ama Kofi Boa tells ENP. And then fire guards warehouse at South Industrial Area, and avoid unnecessary rivalries, Council of Zongo Chiefs urges Muslims. I'll take you to Major Online. The lead story there has to do with Mahama vowing to keep inflation at single digit. Government targets tomato import cut as VIP court investment deal in Spain. And Thaddeus Sori questions OSP's performance, cites weak prosecutorial outcomes. And then globally, BBC says US Navy attacks and seizes Iran cargo ship with peace talks due to take place in Pakistan. Every big website globally is talking about that. It may affect the peace talks, and we don't know what that means for the rest of the world. So this is what I'm going to propose. Let's deal with a raft of stories on the EMP mining issue. Then we'll talk about AGI's views on the Publican. Then we'll do some power stories and take it from there.
All right. So front page of the Daily Graphic, Bernard, the Chief Executive Officer of Jata Group Holdings Limited, the parent company of engineers and planners, Ibrahim Mahamas, unveiled an ambitious and far-reaching development agenda for the Damang Enclave, saying the takeover of the mine will also serve as a catalyst for infrastructural transformation and community development. It would also represent a bold demonstration of Ghanaian capacity in large-scale resource management, he added. Speaking at the handing over ceremony of the Damang mine in the Western region to EP at the weekend, Mr. Mahama outlined plans that would extend well beyond gold extraction, including investments in roads, healthcare, sports infrastructure, and airports to reposition the area as a thriving economic hub.
The Minister for Mines or Lands and Energy, Mines and Natural Resources, Ama Kofi Boa, has told EMP to make significant investments in Daman to drive growth that benefits both local communities and the nation. Now, Goldfields operated the mine for more than 25 years. Following the expiry of its lease, the concession reverted to government last year. After a successful competitive bidding process, EMP secured the rights to operate the mine. Speaking at the official handing over, Ama Kofi Boa commended EMP for winning the bid and challenged the company to meet high expectations. Now, it says this is only a lease, not a sell-off. The Republic of Ghana remains the owner of the minerals asset. This lease will be renewed when its term expires, just like every other mining lease in the country. There's a very interesting article in the High Street Journal, From Contractor to Chief. Can EMP maintain the gold standard at the mine? Very interesting article there, and various angles of that story making the rounds.
Yeah, still in the space of mining, but on Nyinahini bauxite now. Foreign investors to take over Nyinahini bauxite. Stakeholders push back against alleged moves. So Sebastian R. Freku writes from there in the Chronicle, page 3, that the board and management of Ghana Integrated Aluminium Development Corporation (GIADEC) have come under severe pressure following an intent of alleged marginalization of Ghanaian mining firms from location of the Nyinahin Bauxite Block C in the Chimamponua district of the Ashanti region. The Nyinahin Bauxite deposit is seen as a major national asset, both in scale and in economic potential. This positions Nyinahin as a critical component in Ghana's long-term ambition to build a fully integrated aluminium industry. Now, GIADEC was established, this background is given, but sources claim that there are plans to allocate the three main compartments of the Nyinahin deposit to foreign investors, and that such arrangements may be presented as partnerships with Ghanaian entities, effectively masking foreign control. Nana Dr. Boatin Chum, the second chief of Nyinahin, is here.
Let's deal with the AGI and Publican. I think the BNFT says they are backing it with a condition.
Yes, so
and that's on the front page
of the
BNFT.
BNFT. The Daily Graphic have the condition story. So let me just take the BNFT's version on page 3. The Association of Ghana Industries has backed the Ghana Revenue Authority's rollout of the Publican AI platform, citing its potential to improve transparency, efficiency, and dispute resolution within the customs and trade ecosystem. So this is coming from the AGI president, Dr. Kofi Nsia Poku, who says the association is satisfied with progress made so far, encouraged by the digital platform's introduction. Quote, you have committed to working diligently to ensure that concerns and complaints are resolved within 48 hours. We will urge you to stick to that.
All right, and the graphic also puts the conditions there.
It's the same
all right.
version. There's an editorial on page 7 of the Inquisitor that is linked to this. What the Kontum wrestler knows that Publican AI doesn't. Very, very interesting.
Which paper
analysis.
is this?
This is the Inquisitor.
All right, Caleb, what do you offer?
Right, so Transparency International warns OSP distraction as NDC backs court, but the NPP questions AG takeover. Mounting tension between the Office of the Special Prosecutor and the Attorney General's Department have triggered concern among governance experts and political actors, with warnings that the dispute risks undermining Ghana's anti-corruption efforts. Executive Director of Transparency International, Mary Ada, has described the ongoing debate over prosecutorial authority as unfortunate, cautioning that it could derail the OSP's core mandate. If you go to the custodian, John Darko, MP for Swami and legal counsel for the Minority Caucus, says the NDC is seeking to crumble the office. Emmanuel Toyin writes that the Member of Parliament for Swami, John Darko, has accused the governing National Democratic Congress of attempting to weaken and effectively collapse the Office of the Special Prosecutor, raising fresh concerns about the future of Ghana's anti-corruption.
Lots of papers have taken this. Republic Player says confusion deepens over OSP mandate after court ruling. Now, let's do power briefly. The ranking or the minority spokesperson on the power sector has been talking about some of the challenges in the sector, and the president has been speaking on this as well. Deputy ranking member on Parliament's Energy Committee, Collins Hadumako Mensah, has welcomed government's ongoing power infrastructure upgrades, but warned that the current electricity situation remains difficult for many Ghanaians. Speaking to Channel 1 News on Sunday, he painted a worrying picture of conditions on the ground, particularly in the Ashanti region, where residents continue to grapple with frequent power fluctuations. His comments follow measures announced by Energy Minister John Jinapo, who has directed the ECG to deploy 200 new transformers nationwide to improve power distribution and stabilize supply.
2,500 transformers.
Okay, so then the story got it wrong. So it's 2,500 transformers. Mr. Adumako Mensah described the intervention as a step in the right direction, expressing optimism that the upgrades will eventually lead to improved service delivery. Now, the president of Ghana has been speaking about this. He says the current outages are not doomed. So, still on Channel 1 News story by Letitia Osei, President Mahama has clarified that the recent power interruptions are due to ongoing technical works to improve the power supply and not a return to the prolonged outages. He was speaking during a visit to NEDCO on Sunday as part of resetting Ghana tour. He explained that the ongoing disruptions are linked to system upgrades aimed at improving service quality. Finally, Jinapo, the minister, is saying government is launching a WhatsApp system for reporting power outages. The initiative, according to the minister, is aimed at eliminating delays associated with traditional call centers and improving communication between power providers and consumers. Geoffrey, what else have you seen this morning?
Well, quite a few. Let me take you to the Daily Guide on page 11. There's a rather disturbing story of a school in Offenso, the Amani MA Primary School, which has sparked safety fears. If you see the picture of the dilapidated building, Bernard, you cry. But the story I want to deal with is one that has been carrying for some time now. Fake national security operatives nabbed over gold theft. Prince Fifi York reports that 8 individuals who posed as personnel from the National Security have been arrested by the Asin North Police Command after storming illegal mining sites to seize unspecified quantity of gold, cash and mobile phones from the miners. The illegal miners, angered by the repeated extortion by fake National Security operatives, together with some community members, confronted the suspects and launched an attack. And the reason why I'm reading this story is that since January or so, we've had a lot of these stories with
fake
national, and I think the national security apparatus needs to speak
and find let us know who is genuine and who is not.
because
is it uniform they wear? Is it some number?
National security does not wear uniform.
So how
What's
do we
national
know who is
security?
national security?
If you wear the shades, no, then you're national
I
security.
don't even know.
This should help us.
Caleb,
We
what do you
are
have?
dying over falling prices, poor sales. Techiman market women cry out. Collins Edujemfi writes for the custodian. This is page number 2. Maize,
Lower
yam,
prices.
rice, and cashew farmers among. Okay, sorry. Maize, yam, rice, and cashew farmers, among others across the country, are crying over low sales, falling prices, delayed payments, and lack of cash, negatively affecting their livelihoods.
Take the 4
according
again.
to-
Low
maize.
No, not the product, the things.
So they are crying over low sales, falling prices, delayed payments, and lack of cash. All these are negatively affecting their livelihoods.
Falling prices is not a bad thing for us, the consumers.
Yes.
It may be bad for the sellers, but usually falling prices will mean higher demand. So
Yes.
there's something missing there.
Yes, they say
and then
low
no
sales.
cash
Yeah, no
and delayed payments. Where were they speaking?
So these are talking from the bustling Techiman market in the Bono East region, and they have issued a desperate appeal to the government for assistance. They
And the
want
4 products are what?
so maize,
Uh-huh.
yam, rice, and cashew.
This is something we must interrogate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whilst this is going on, we have an egg glut.
Yes.
And the president has asked the school feeding program to intervene. This is Citi, channel1news.com. President Mahama has called for the school feeding program to temporarily absorb excess eggs on the local market as part of efforts to address a growing glut of eggs in the country. The directive follows concerns raised by egg suppliers in parts of the country who are urging government to intervene in the trade impasse with Burkina Faso that has halted egg exports for more than 2 months. Then there's another story on my journal line where the government targets tomato import cuts as VIP calls investment deal in Spain. So I just feel like we need to spend some time one of these days to understand what's happening with price of food.
Okay.
You know, and whether
Yes.
the falling prices is good for us, why traders are complaining, this idea that there's no money, what's really going on.
And let me just put 3 stories with the daily graphic together for you, Bernard. Good friend Tony Asari, who is the president of the Ghana Institute of Architects,
What's he saying?
recounts his harrowing 11-hour trip
From where?
Accra to Kumasi.
Oh, come on.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes. He said.
Give me some highlights.
So it's a pretty
11
short piece,
hours.
yes, on page 60.
Why was he using
It says it's just,
bicycle?
it's small, it says, the son was honest when I left Kumasi, promising Tema in 4 maybe 5 hours, but promises melt on the Accra Kumasi road. Last Friday, April 17, 2026, it took 11 hours to arrive. The road forgot how to move. Then goes on to talk about Nkoko.
11 hours?
Yes, his issues at Nkoko, Bonso, and then.
No, I'm interested in this story, Pa.
Yes, I'll give you details.
How do you
later.
take 11 hours to drive from
But
Kumasi
his
to
main
Accra?
point is that they should fix the bypasses because the bypasses are important. And that it is the
Which of them haven't been done? You know, the Nkoko bypass has been done. Have
He
they
said-
done the Konongo
He
one?
said what saved him and a few others was the uncompleted Enyinem bypass.
Okay.
No markings, no lights, just graded earth and the goodwill of someone walking by the roadside. The bypasses work. Even unfinished, they still work. Finish the bypasses. We cannot wait for the new Accra Kumasi Expressway.
Yeah.
The promise of a modern limited access highway is the right vision. But visions don't ease today's 11-hour nightmares. So he's asking for the Ministry of Roads and Highways to audit and immediately restart all stored bypasses and deploy emergency traffic management.
If
Now,
I have time, I'll speak to Tony this
Yes,
morning.
Yeah.
I
on
like
page
this article.
58, let me link
Of the
to-
same graphic.
Of the same graphic. How did we get here? Indiscipline, rivalry, reckoning for our schools.
What's happening?
And the person goes on to talk about the difficulty in dealing with discipline in secondary schools. And then finally, from me, page 29 of the same paper, school placement challenges go beyond period for school selection. This is by Kwesi Opoku Amankwa. That's Professor.
I think he's
Kwesi
a
Opoku
former-
Amankwa. Yes, a former Director General of the Ghana Education Service. Talks about the placement complexities and protocol admissions. And he says the greatest issue which tends to mar the placement process, is the quest and insistence by parents and their children that they are placed in their first school, usually a category A or top B school.
Right.
The process is further complicated by protocol admissions.
Caleb, give me one last
Final
one, then I'll end with
Ghanaian
something.
point. Pragya operators in Ashanti region trained on safety and legal compliance.
Very good.
And the sad one, 42-year-old cocoa farmer slashes off
Yeah.
manhood in
I,
attempted suicide.
I don't live in Kumasi, but I kind of like the way the Kumasi mayor, some of the things I hear about him. I wish we could speak to him one of these days
Call him.
to understand what he's trying to do.
And whether
He's
it's
very, I like his, he's very out there.
Cleanliness.
So, and he speaks to the people. He's always there. Some mayors don't do that much. So I feel like we should investigate what he's
and
doing.
Nasuya in the right way.
Yeah, we need people like that.
Yeah,
Because he knows his people.
Yeah.
Stubborn.
Nasuya in the right way.
No, especially this Okada and
Right,
motor
yeah.
drivers.
Yeah.
There's a very interesting article in the High Street Journal.
Okay.
Why Ghana's macroeconomic stability is a must protect asset. I read this story because the story read from Techiman.
Right.
I feel like there's a big conversation we must have about the value of stability versus the need for liquidity.
Correct.
It's a very, very big discussion.
Stability and liquidity.
And it says Ghana's fragile macroeconomic stability built on fiscal discipline must be protected. Abandoning restraints risks reversing gains, raising costs, weakening the city, and derailing long-term growth. It's something we must turn our attention to one of these days. But I'll say thank you to Godfred and to Caleb. That was the newspaper review.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
So it's 7 o'clock. Latte is back on the breakfast grind. Good morning, Ni.
Good morning, Bernard. Thank you very much indeed. Welcome to a new week. This is the breakfast edition of City Business News here on 97.3 City FM, proudly brought to you by MTN, EcoBank, and Valex. Coming up, Bank of Ghana targets $7.8 billion remittance surge for long-term financial development. Also, Treasury costs 8.2% under subscription as rates continue to rise. Much later, engineers and planners clarifies role of former administration in securing diamond mining deal. Many thanks indeed for your time. I am Neela Latte. Details of our stories now. Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Isiama, is calling on the Ghanaian diaspora to pivot from consumption-driven remittances to investment-focused capital. According to him, the diaspora is a key pillar of Ghana's economic stability and long-term growth. Speaking at the Central Bank Bridge Remit to Invest Forum in Virginia, United States, Dr. Isiama highlighted the rising importance of diaspora inflows, noting a significant increase in remittances from $4.6 billion in 2024 to about $7.8 billion by the end of last year.
My objective is to set up with clarity the role of the Bank of Ghana and to engage you on how we can transform our remittance flows to formal foreign exchange and channel them into investable capital through the financial system in Ghana. Remittance inflows remain a cornerstone of Ghana's external strategy, and let me give you some data. In 2024, and that was before I came on, Ghana recorded approximately $4.6 billion in remittance. You should put it back down. This flows continued to rise through last year, 2025.
That was Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Isiama. Ghana's non-traditional exports recorded a strong increase in 2025, with total earnings increasing by 30.7% compared to 2024. According to latest statistics report by the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, GEPA, the robust performance underscores the sector's growing resilience and reflects the early gains from government-led interventions, particularly the Accelerated Export Development Program. Here's more.
Earnings rose to $5.06 billion, up from $3.83 billion in 2024. This increase was largely driven by higher exports of processed cocoa products, particularly cocoa butter and cocoa powder, supported by strong global demand from industries such as chocolate, manufacturing, beverages, and cosmetics. Speaking at the launch of the 2025 Non-Traditional Export Statistics, Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, Francis Kwatin Arthur, called for greater support for the authority to strengthen the operations of stakeholders in the sector.
Traditional export earnings has grown by 30.7% from 3.83 billion United States dollars in 2024 to $5.006 billion in 2025. I am advocating that by virtue of the work I'm doing and in regards to the targets of achieving $10 billion by 2030, I will need more resources, because if 10% has given me 5.06 billion, okay, then what can 20% do?
The Minister of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, Elizabeth Ofosu-Adjare, also underscored the need for banks and other financial institutions to provide patient capital to enable small and medium-sized enterprises to scale up their operations.
The banking institutions herein present and out there to grow with the SMEs, because they will be the engine of the bank's growth also. And I'm sure that with the pitching that is going on there, I will see the results of what the Ministry of Trade through GEPA and other institutions are doing to help get patient capital for our SMEs, because we think that is the way to go.
Elizabeth Ofosu-Adjare is Minister responsible for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry. She ends that report filed by my colleague Daniel Odru Mensah. Investor appetite for Government of Ghana short-term securities remained firm in the latest primary market auction. This comes as fresh data from the Bank of Ghana showing the Treasury receiving total bids of 4.48 billion Ghana cedis against a target of 4.8 billion Ghana cedis for the 91-day, 182-day and 364-day instruments.
Although the auction fell short of the target by about 8.2%, government maintained a cautious acceptance strategy, taking up 4.1 billion Ghana cedis of the bids submitted. The 91-day bill continued to dominate investor preference, accounting for more than half of total demand as investors leaned towards liquidity and lower risk. It recorded 2.55 billion Ghana cedis in bids, with 2.54 billion Ghana cedis accepted. For the 182-day bill, bids came in at 771 million Ghana cedis, with 758 million Ghana cedis accepted, while the 364-day instruments attracted 1.1 billion in tenders, of which 790 million Ghana cedis was taken up. Yields moved upward across all tenors, signaling tightening conditions in the money market. The 91-day bill inched up by 3 basis points to 4.94%. The 182-day bill rose by 13 basis points to 6.9%, while the 364-day bill climbed 15 basis points to 10.1%. Looking ahead, the government has slightly lowered its borrowing target, setting a goal of 4.47 billion Ghana cedis for the next auction, covering the same range of short-term securities.
Neti Ajaho with that report. You are still listening to the breakfast edition of Citi Business News with me, Need Latte. In more business news this hour, Engineers and Planners has rejected claims that it leveraged proximity to the presidency to secure the acquisition of the Diamond Mine. Its Chief Executive Officer Ibrahim Mahama maintains that the company's engagement followed a formal process initiated by Goldfields, the previous operator of the mine, in 2022 after indicating its intention to exit the asset. Ibrahim Mahama made the remarks at the official handing over ceremony of the Diamond Mine to Engineers and Planners.
Goldfields offered this mine to me. Point of correction, I didn't just spring up to say I want to own that mine. Goldfields said in 2022, we're going to close the mine and we want you to take over, but we'll sell it to you. And I said, you can't sell it to me because you've cheated me all these years. So you have to give it to me. So we agreed. They told me to go to government and get a no objection letter. I went in there. And I must thank our former president, Nanado. He gave me a document to sit with Goldfields and negotiate and keep the mine going. Fortunately, government came in there and said, look, they'll hand it over. So we engaged government to let them know that mining is not just buying equipment and working in there. It is the key people that you need to put together. So I said, look, if I don't do it today, there's no Ghanaian in this country who can run a mine as hard as Damine, because Damine's rock is the hardest rock in, would I say, Africa.
Ibrahim Mahama is CEO of Engineers and Planners. Moving on, government says recent fuel price relief is delivering tangible savings for consumers as part of efforts to stabilize the energy sector and ease cost pressures. According to the Minister of Energy and Green Transition, Dr. John Abdullahi Jinapo, direct consumers of diesel are saving about 450 Ghana cedis monthly despite ongoing tensions in the Middle East that continue to drive volatility in global oil prices. He was speaking at the final day of the President's resetting tour of the northern region.
Anytime you buy a liter of diesel, you save 3 cedi. So if you buy 5, that is 15 cedi times 10, 150 times 30 in a month. You are saving about 450 Ghana cedis because of President Mahama. And that for me is commendable. So on this note, Mr. President, let me assure you, and let me assure the people of Ghana, that we are committed to improving both the electricity subsector, the renewable sector, and the petroleum sector. We would also improve on our communication. We are going to launch a system where when you have the least outage, you don't even need to call. Just send a WhatsApp message with your location, and we shall dispatch men and women there to address your problem in real time.
You heard the Minister of Energy and Green Transition, Dr. John Abdullahi Jinapo. Now to global oil updates, where prices remain volatile amid escalating Middle East tensions. Prices briefly eased below the $90 per barrel mark by Friday after Iran announced the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz to shipping. However, that relief was short-lived as Iran has since reversed the decision, declaring the strait closed again and attributing the move to an ongoing U.S. blockade. Checks by Citi Business News today show West Texas Intermediate crude trading slightly above $88 per barrel, while Brent crude is hovering just above $95 per barrel. On the interbank market this morning, the dollar is trading at 11 cedis 3 pesos. The British pound at 14 cedis 92 pesos. That of the euro could be sold to you at 12 cedis 99 pesos. And that's it for the breakfast edition of Citi Business News. These stories and more available on our website, citynewsroom.com/business. I am Ni Latte. I wish you a good business day.
Charlie, trim I'm nice. I get some serious meeting. Allah, motion. But Charlie, no credit today. Oh, but you relax. Momo day.
Hey, what funny.
Yes, so I borrow small, sort myself out, I pay back. We move. Spot there. Ah, Charlie, you sure say you dey pay back? Yes, so that anytime somebody else they need them, Momo day. Be like I for can't borrow some more. Hey, you this boy. Don't go there and disgrace yourself. Allah, motion.
Responsible borrowing be the real flexo for today's needs and tomorrow's dreams. Borrow, sort them, pay back. Momo Day.
Kuma has always dreamt of commanding his own military forces.
Attention! Eyes right, stand at ease.
Because that dream is still a vision in progress, he spends his time commanding his money with the EcoBank mobile app.
Operation Supplier Payment. Dispatch 1,000 units of currency from Accra to Benin. Move! Move!
Sometimes he wants a little extra control so that he can buy only what he needs.
Command Center mobile app. Activate virtual card protocol and initiate payments for sneakers and t-shirts. Abort mission for leather coat payment.
Even when the general is fast asleep. his standing order marches out to sort his bills. With the EcoBank mobile app, you can command your money to make safe transactions in Ghana and across 33 African countries. Download the EcoBank mobile app on the Play or App Store today.
By the left, about turn.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. EcoBank will never call or send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
L to the A to the L to the L. A. La la la.
Bilateral just went by with the breakfast edition of the City Business News, brought to you by MTN and EcoBank. Hello, Ghana. Are you a business owner looking for a smarter way to keep an eye on your shop, restaurant, office, or warehouse anytime, anywhere? Well, MTN Business Eye is here for you. Keep your business secure anytime, anywhere with MTN Business Eye, the smart surveillance solution that gives you total visibility and control. It's powered by Wi-Fi, SIM connectivity, cloud storage, and solar energy, so your security never sleeps even when the lights go out. Enjoy 24/7 monitoring, real-time alerts, two-way audio, and reliable backup, all at affordable rates. Dial star 5060 hash today and keep your business in sight always with MTN Business Eye. MTN everywhere you go. Attention, my people, if your money is controlling you, now it's time to take charge. The EcoBank mobile app gives you the power to command your money to transact across 33 African countries and anywhere in the world. So command your money to make water, electricity, and school fee payments, bank and mobile money transfers, create virtual cards to buy only what you need and more. So Money Commander, download the EcoBank mobile app now on the App Store, Play Store, and command your money. Command also means paying attention to details. EcoBank will never call or send an SMS asking for your PIN, your OTP, your bank card, Ghana card details, etc. If you are in doubt, please call our call center 0800 032 25. EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank. Gabby Affair is in the studio with Kickoff, and that's brought to you by Polytang. Have you gotten your Polytang Sumo Super yet? If not, this is your month to save. Get 10% off the premium multiple layer Sumo Super Tank from now till the end of the month. It's built with advanced multi-layer technology and reinforced for superior durability. Sumo Super is designed to last, giving you peace of mind for your home, your project, or your business. So don't miss this limited time offer. You can save over 1,000 Ghana cedis on the Sumo Super. So please talk to us now. Visit any Polytang outlet. Polytang does not request for Momo payments online. Let's share whole Ghana. Let's share whole savings and loans. I beg your pardon. We have great news just for you. Fala season is on. From now to the end of this month, our interest rates have been reduced further just for you. Apply for a loan today to sort out all your needs at the best rates on the market. Fala season Angaza is on. Just WhatsApp or call Nana on 02700 40 799. Always remember terms and conditions apply. Let's share whole. Let's improve life. Gabby Affairs in the studio, Charlie. I enjoyed the debut. Not the other ones would say no grab, but this was your.
Yeah, so you're trying to use the football test.
The football test.
So my debut
on the World Cup Central. Yeah, it was a great show. So always every Friday.
Yes, every Friday, 3 to 4. Yes,
1 hour solid.
Exactly.
Everything we need to know about the World
Cup related content.
Sharp.
You don't need to do a lot of the reading. We have everything broken down for you.
It'll be so. Yeah. Nice one. So what's up for kickoff this morning?
Well, there's a lot. Arsenal fans have not recovered. Welcome aboard. Monday morning, April 20. Welcome to Kickoff on the Citi Breakfast Show. Coming up in the next 10 minutes.
O'Reilly. Rodgers was arriving. Manchester City have trailed Arsenal in the table.
Well, the title race is on. Manchester City beating Arsenal at the Etihad Stadium by 2-1 to power the pressure on Mikel Arteta's side. More reactions coming up a bit later. Plus, Dreams FC are back in the finals of the MTN FA Cup. after beating Mediama Sporting Club in the semis. All of that plus some update from the camp of the Black Maidens and Ampim Dakuan ladies who will be representing Ghana at the CAF Women's Champions League qualifiers. Many thanks to our sponsors, Politan Ghana and Lasheho. Let's improve life. Okay, I'm Gabriel Fell. Let's begin with the Black Stars, and we have 52 days to the start of the 2026 World Cup. Now, Black Stars legend Mohamed Polo has questioned the timing of the appointment of new head coach Carlos Queiroz. Now, his concerns come after the dismissal of Otuado less than 60 days to the start of the World Cup, with Queiroz brought in just days later. Now, Polo acknowledges that the coach's pedigree and experience, but insists the decision from the GFA may have come too late to make a meaningful impact ahead of the tournament.
The timing is the problem. And as Jerome was just saying that, when Cameroon, played Argentina, and then
in 1990.
Yes, at that time. It was very young. I was, I remember, some saying of Roger Miller. Roger Miller, everybody was, hooted for, all Africans were behind Cameroon. It's normal because Cameroon was then on top, just like South Africa, when Ghana was on top of. Yes, on 20. You understand? Yeah. You see, I don't blame this, FA at all. He's trying to do his best. We've messed things up, from the beginning. From the beginning, a long time. We were depending on what we were doing, the quality of players. That is what we were depending on.
All right, so that's the Black Stars legend Mohamed Polo speaking on World Cup Central. Let's stay with that. An A-sports journalist, Jerome Montri, believes expectations among Ghanaians are clear and high for new head coach Carlos Queiroz, and he must fix the team. Now, with the Black Stars struggling for consistency in recent years, he says this presents the perfect opportunity for reset and rebuild ahead of the World Cup.
The expectation of Ghanaians is to have him fix the team. And by fixing the team, we want to see a team that can play and win. A play that is able to play to the satisfaction of Ghanaians and get results. You can play beautifully and lose and fans will clap for you. You can also play and win, yet fans will not be happy. Which of the two would we go for? The World Cup is a knockout competition. If you want to win the cup, you definitely get knocked out or somebody will knock you out. So I think that given the circumstance we find ourselves, you should just fix the team. Get the team to play to a pattern or to a system where the viewing public, the Ghanaian public, the world that will be watching the Black Stars in action will see a team representing Africa or representing Ghana in the best of lights.
Okay, so that's A-sports journalist Jerome Montri speaking on Channel 1 TV's World Cup Central, and that show is every Friday 3 to 4 p.m. on Channel 1 TV. Well, away from that, the government of Ghana has reaffirmed its commitment to transparency in the management of funds raised to support the Black Stars ahead of the 2026 FIFA World Cup, announcing Thursdays as designated date for receiving pledges and updating the public. Now, speaking at a brief ceremony at the Ministry of Finance in Accra, the Deputy Minister for Finance, Thomas Nyakwampem, disclosed that all contributions are being paid directly into the official 2026 World Cup fundraising account at the Bank of Ghana to ensure strict accountability and proper allocation.
This money is being paid directly into the 2026 World Cup fundraising account with the Bank of Ghana. Already we have received a few donations, and I want to acknowledge Jewel Energy, who have paid 1 million cedis into the account. Icon Energy has also paid 1 million cedis. Today we have received 2 million cedis from Serene Insurance, plus a policy insurance policy worth 20 million Ghana cedis. So the Black Stars are grateful. We have also received from Errata Motors 200,000 Ghana cedis. We've received 100,000 cedis from Pay Angel, and today we just received 5 million Ghana cedis from KGL.
All right, so that's Deputy Minister for Finance, Thomas Nyakwampem, speaking to Citi Sports. Now, in the MTN FA Cup, league leaders Midyama Sporting Club were knocked out of the competition after a dramatic 5-goal thriller against Dreams FC, who are former champions. They won that tournament in 2022-2023. In another upset, the FC were eliminated by first-time semi-finalist Nations FC. Here's more from Julia Shiframwa.
It is official. The road to the MTN FA Cup final is set, and it is a showdown between experience and ambition as Dreams FC and Nations book their places in the grand finale. It all started on Friday under the Treasury sun. The newcomers Nations FC came out fearless, and it paid off almost immediately. Just 8 minutes in, Emmanuel Anos struck what would prove to be the decisive goal against Aduana FC. Despite the late pressure from the Oja boys, Nations held their nerve. A 1-0 victory, and history made their first ever MTN FA Cup final. Then came Saturday, and the drama turned up a notch. Dreams FC and Midyama SC delivered a 5-goal thriller that had fans on the edge of their seats. Dreams FC raced into a 2-0 lead through Kelvin Ahiable and Suraj Seidu, but Midyama responded like champions. Goals from Prince Owusu and Richard Appiah bringing them level at 2-2. With tension building, one man stepped up. Veteran forward John Inch. In the 58th minute, he delivered the winner, sealing a dramatic 3-2 victory for Dreams FC. For Midyama head coach Ibrahim Tanko, attention now turns back to the league.
Yeah, because we still now have the league to compete with, so definitely we are going to concentrate on that, and then hopefully from next week I'll get the full house and then train for the next game.
Meanwhile, Dreams FC head coach Winfred Dorman praised his team's determination after booking their place in the final.
Extremely excited. Now these boys, this class, has given up this kind of performance. We started this league on a very, very slow loop.
So, mark your calendars. May 30 to 31, the MTN FA Cup final. Dreams FC chasing another title. Nations FC chasing history.
All right, so that's my colleague Julio Ashifriamwa with a wrap of the action from the MTN FA Cup over the weekend. Well, let's get to some other stories. And the Black Maidens delivered a commanding performance, thrashing Togo 6-0 at the Accra Sports Stadium. The emphatic win sails an 8-0 aggregate victory following their 2-0 first leg triumph in Lombe. Well, at the Sredro Stadium, Ampim Dakwan ladies, they were also crowned champions after a 2-1 victory over Azakes ladies in the Champions of Champions final played on Sunday. Well, let's get to Europe, and Manchester City closed in on Premier League leaders Arsenal with a 2-1 victory and a thrilling encounter at Etihad Stadium. Haaland scored the second goal to give City all 3 points. We hear from City boss Pep Guardiola.
I know the message will be, but continue to impress the quality for the opponent. So they are really, really good, and the people say they don't have momentum. When you see them to play and compete in the duels and long balls, second balls and set pieces, is an extraordinary team. We were not in our best because I give a lot of credit for that. Otherwise we will do better. But we are alive. We are alive, that is for sure, for the already month. We are there. Everybody is pushing, and now arrives like everybody make contribution. We play every 3 days, and we cannot play. I don't know Rodri how long will be out. So that's why everybody has to, these last games played.
All right, so that's Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola after his side beat Arsenal by 2-1. But some Arsenal fans were not too excited about their latest loss to Pep.
Unfortunately, I can't say thank you today because the job was not done. Obviously, I don't know how to feel. I don't know if to feel upset. I don't know if to feel angry. I don't know if to feel calm. I don't know if to feel annoyed. There's so much emotions that a lot of people are feeling. Arsenal fans, rival fans, Arteta in himself. Like, I wonder how Arteta is currently feeling. Like, I genuinely wonder.
Yeah, I think a draw would have been fair based off the chances we've had. Obviously, Gabriel hit the post. Havertz 2 chances, the 1-on-1 he should have scored, and the header, and obviously Eze's chance that he hit the post. I feel like on the balance of play, a draw would have been fair because I don't think City created that many clear-cut chances. Yeah, I think a draw would have been fair result.
All right, so that's some Arsenal fans reacting to their team's loss to Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium yesterday. Well, at the Hill Dickinson Stadium, Virgil van Dijk scored a dramatic 100th minute winner as Liverpool won their first Premier League Merseyside derby against Everton. Beto had cancelled a Mohamed Salah strike for Everton before Van Dijk scored the second winner. Liverpool are now 7 points clear of 6th place. Chelsea and are in a strong position to secure Champions League football next season. Well, Tammy Abraham also scored a 93rd minute winner to help Aston Villa boost their chances of playing the Champions League next season. So that game ended 4-3 over Sunderland. On Saturday, United took a massive stride towards securing a return to the Champions League as Matheus Cunha's first half goal proved enough to beat out of form Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Well, Spurs' hope of achieving Premier League survival were dealt a devastating late blow as Jorginho Rata scored a 95th minute equalizer for European hopefuls Brighton. So that game ended 2-2 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Well, let's finish off in Germany because Bayern Munich are champions of the German Bundesliga thanks to Vincent Kompany. He guided his side to another league title with 15 points clear of second place Borussia Dortmund, who had lost 2-1 at Hoffenheim on Saturday. Well, that's the very latest in the world of sport. For more, you can head to citysportonline.com and on X at City Sports GHA. Kickoff is proudly brought to you by Polytan Ghana and Lesheho. Let's improve life. You're back later at 3:10 with the World Cup Diaries on the Traffic Avenue with DJ Mengo. I'm Gabi Ofe. Enjoy the rest of your day. Do take care and bye-bye.
From now to the end of Ghana month, Polytank is celebrating with you. We are giving you over 1,000 Ghana cedis for free on our premium Sumo Super range of water tanks in celebration of Ghana. Sumo Super is designed to last, giving you peace of mind for your home, project, or business. Don't miss this limited time offer. Visit any Polytank outlet today. Ask for Sumo Super and save over 1,000 Ghana cedis. Polytank, the original, always the best. Panono Ankasa. Beware, Polytank does not request for Momo online.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
If you need unique services, innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's go, we improve your life.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, hey mama, hey mama, hey mama.
Even when you're stuck with nothing,
come to let's go.
No matter your situation,
come to let's go.
Let's go, we improve your life.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, hey mama.
Let's go, we improve your life.
Improve your gum and oral health with the new Nesta mouthwash from Ernest Chemists Limited. Nesta mouthwash comes in original and fresh mint for the treatment of bleeding or irritated gums, mouth ulcers, maintenance of oral hygiene, prevention of bad breath and plaque. Nesta mouthwash, great oral hygiene, long-lasting freshness. Available in pharmacies nationwide. Manufactured and distributed by Ernest Chemists Limited.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
The Money Matters segment is brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Welcome to the Money Matters segment with Petra. Many of us assume our pension is being handled properly. We see the pay slip, we move on. But assumption is risky. If contributions are delayed or not paid correctly, it affects your future directly. Your pension is your money, and it deserves your attention. Our free pension health check helps you evaluate the health of your pension. So book a session today by visiting our website at www.petraonline.com Petra. Achieve more.
The Money Matters segment was brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Prices will go sweet to your body. Plenty products, they and deals. Free a crack, cause it been Mila. Baby, Wahoma, Obia. From appliances to clothes, beauty products, pay as you wish. Quality products guaranteed. If it matters to you, then it matters to us. Treasury out today. The pocket to thank you. Treasury out today. The pocket to thank you. Treasury out today. The pocket to thank you. Treasury out today. The pocket to thank you.
Bold colors, bold patterns, bold choices. Bold since 1966. Through every decade, every celebration, every woman, every story. For 60 years, GTP is still the first choice. Today, we are more than fabric. We are fashion. 60 years bold, because bold never gets old, gets retold, and stays gold. Get the GTP at 60th Anniversary Collection today from any accredited GTP distributor nationwide or from our retail shop in Osu and online at shop.gtpfashion.com, and celebrate bold colors, bold patterns, and bold women. GTP. Life styled.
Okay, I'll see you soon. Why, baby? Hey, my me say, and my boyfriend, I could see about star 959 hash. I want your phone so. Now we're winning.
Anita, I don't want doggy park.
Oh, one swa. I could see a answer about number one. Yeah, my dream now. And then there was so yummy show, Papa B. Now me the toss a short, sexy dress, no. Now Mrs. Samiti. Now me yummy nails, no. So come on. Oh, no. Me fa uba. Make a do some small 1-2 rounds behind some dream. Now we tria. Hey, Nana so he for order. So Chinese any wine Papa B. And they mean this I check no.
Hey, Anita.
Na sa ni mia when you hear TV bi no. I also say sound. Not to prepared. Na meet me chilly AC mu. I no go fit sweat like that. See fine girl.
Hey, Anita.
Jesus.
Baby I want to know jina wa. Mr. Remember dial star 959 hash. Our iPhone app akotoma ono. Na wanga senya usika so ate.
Sister, next time kati call no what? Dial star 959 hash and I call 590mobile.com.gh. Not to be 590 mobile. Head down some.
Protect yourself from germs and bacteria with confidence. Cleanse hand soap effectively kills 99.9% of germs with every use. Perfect for all your hand washing moments throughout the day. Available in a variety of variants and delightful flavors. Choose Cleanse for yourself, your family, and friends. Make Cleanse your daily essential. The GC brand. It's all about you. This advert is FDA approved.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Citi 97.3. Accra.
You are the one who makes me smile. You make me see what's pure and true. Yes, you are extraordinary woman. You are the one who brings me joy, to cast my every lingering doubt that you are extraordinary woman. Your love is healing when I need it, that good feeling with a meaning. You do all you do.
Ordinary
Woman, your sweetness brings me happiness, like the rain to a thirsty earth.
7:37 on the Citi Breakfast Show. A lot to do this morning. Later on the show, the CEO of Mobile Money Fintech Limited, Shaibu Haruna, joins us
Big man.
for a conversation on a transition to a stand-alone company. This is important because don't forget, when MTN started Momo as a service, they were still being regulated by the NCA, and MTN as a company is regulated by NCA. But now that the Momo aspect is now Mobile Money Fintech Limited. There's a new regulator of the Bank of Ghana. So, and Shaibu Haruna is the CEO. We'll be talking to him about what that means for you and what that means for financial inclusion. And if you have any questions for him, I'm sure he will be happy to take them. So that's at 8:15 or 8:20. Later in the morning, the Minister for Communication, Digital Innovation and Technology.
Yes.
It's a big ministry.
Yes.
Someone Nate George will join us with his colleague from Zambia. So I don't know whether he was in Zambia recently. So yeah, we are told that
the CISO summit that's coming up. He is a speaker on that, and there are other African countries with their ministers also speaking there. So I'm sure they are doing some engagements.
So let's do a quick quiz on Zambia. What's the capital of Zambia? You did geography. If you don't know.
Lusaka.
What is the currency of Zambia?
Oh, it's not kwacha. It's something.
Is it kwacha?
It's kwacha.
It's the kwacha.
Oh, right.
What's the second largest city in Zambia?
Oh no, that I don't know.
The mine that's called Ndola.
Ndola.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I didn't know this.
Gold is to Ghana as what is to Zambia?
Diamond.
Osha, copper.
Bauxite. Sure. Okay, fine.
This is regional geography.
Yes.
Level 300.
Yes.
Yes, copper. Indeed,
Zambia.
Ghana and Zambia are described as resource-intensive countries. So there are countries that are resource-rich.
Yes.
Some are resource-intensive. Some are resource-dependent. So Ghana and Zambia are very similar. That which is why we've all gone to IMF many times. So what? No, it's true. What gold does for? We both speak English.
Copper does for Zambia.
It's very similar. Very similar countries.
But what's their popular tree crop? We have cocoa. Do they have anything?
I don't think they do.
Yeah.
They do have some tourism.
Right.
And they are also neighbors of this big river Zambezi. So they and Zimbabwe have a border, so there's a lot of tourism there. I know a few Ghanaians who lived in Zambia. Yeah, so it's an interesting country. So Samuel George and his Zambian colleague will come into the studio. And Abedipele is to Ghana as who is to Zambia.
Oh, do they play football?
Oh, bro, stop that. Girlfriend, help him here.
Who's to Zambia? Girlfriend, this one, I don't know.
You are not serious.
I know.
You are not serious.
Who?
Kalusha Bwalia. So in those days,
Kalusha Bwalia.
You know, I remember 92 Senegal 92.
Yeah. Kalusha Bwalia.
You know, Ghana's Abedipele was feared.
Right.
And Zambia's best player was called Kalusha Bwalia. And we met them, we beat them 1-0. Yes. Kalusha was also left-footed. He was playing in Belgium. Yeah. Kalusha is very good. And one of the things about them was that they used to be called the KK11. Yes. And then they lost. Very strange thing. The Zambian national team, the whole team died in a plane crash off the coast of Gabon. And Kalusha was the only player who was not on the plane.
Wow.
He was flying independently to go from his base. And you know the funny thing, in 2012, the Zambia national team won the Gabon AFCON. And I think everything in the world wanted them to win.
Yeah.
Because that's where they lost those players.
Right.
So even though I was very young, I remember the Zambia national team has perished in an air crash in Gabon. So Zambia have always been everybody's favorite second team.
Right.
Since then.
As a result of the unfortunate.
Everybody's favorite second team.
Brilliant goalkeeper at the time, Chabala.
Oh, Charlie.
Effort
Chabala. You know, so this is even before their new goalkeeper who did well in 2017. They had Charlie. You know your Zambia. So we'll talk to Samuel George. Let me wish a few people happy birthday.
Yes.
Then I'm going to interrogate an article Godfrey read about a 10-hour drive from Accra to Kumasi.
11 actually.
11 hours.
Yeah.
Let me say a few happy birthdays. So happy birthday to Mrs. Aisha Esi Ewusiwa.
Extraordinary woman. You are the one.
So it's a happy 40th to Mrs. Aisha Esi Ewusiwa Esuman. You are the best thing that ever happened to us from your husband and the kids. We love you so much. Happy birthday to Eunice Vera Sosu, an amazing mother-in-law. Thanks for welcoming me into the family with open arms. Wishing you God's blessings, good health, and long life. Hope your days are as lovely as you are. From Patrick Nana Ofe. And to my sweetheart Abuna Kunedu, happy birthday. May the years ahead bring you more blessings. I love you so much. From your husband Bernard Obing Boating. And you know, Abuna Kunedu is the power behind the Finex Skills performances. You know, Finance Skills Hub. Yes, they've been doing data analysis for us.
Correct.
Yes, so Mrs. Abena Kunidu has been hiding behind Bernard.
The power behind the performance.
I tell you, happy birthday to Asare Otredako, aka the Gapster, the curator of the Africa Prosperity Dialogues.
Oh, but what are you talking about? Who I think you're talking about?
Yes, happy birthday to.
Why are you saying the thing casual like that? The Gapster now.
Because the message in front of me is very casual. So I'm just like, you know, so I'm reading it from a lot of his friends, from Tamens and all the people who know him and like you.
I get it.
Gabi,
I get it.
You're a big man. Happy birthday to Chief Inspector Ernest Ejari Botwe of Nima Division, Ghana Police Service, from your wife, Mrs. Emma Ejari Botwe, and your girls, Margaret, Audrey, Jolene, as well as the entire family. More grace to you. Happy birthday to Emmanuel Boachi of PCG Calvary Congregation Hacho, from the media team, as well as from Emmanuel Ofori. Many more years await you.
Because he's a chief inspector, the text was saying, "Abang, more grace for you."
I see.
You're gonna walk the talk and talk the walk. You're gonna walk the talk and talk the walk.
Now, they say the future is coming and we're shipping it. Join the continent's biggest fintech gathering at the 3i Africa Summit. That's the 3i Africa Summit 2026 on the theme The Next Frontier, Shaping Africa's Integrated Fintech Future. From May 6th to 8th, the Destiny Arena in Accra becomes the heart of Africa's integrated fintech future. Come connect with founders, meet the regulators, and close the deal with global investors as we redefine how Africa transacts, invests, and grows. 3i Africa is proudly hosted by the Bank of Ghana with support from GIPS and the Global Finance and Technology Network. Register now at 3iafrica.com to be part of the transformation. Tecno has released the all-new Camon 50 series, the Camon 50, Camon 50 Pro, and the Camon 50 Ultra, with tools like AI Reflection Remover, Shadow Remover, and AI Dazzle Remover. For the Productivity series, it offers a one-tap flash memo function for scanning documents. Visit any Tecno store today to choose from the Camon 50 series. It's time to make that move with Malta Guinness. When mind, body, and malt unite, nothing is beyond your reach. Malta Guinness is not like any other soft drink. It's quality refreshment boosted with B vitamins and brewed with sorghum and malt. Charge forward towards your goal, and each sip of nourishing natural goodness with only 12 cedis. Remember to always look out for the proudly made in Ghana symbol on every bottle or can of Malta Guinness.
Let you know, be known.
The Republic Verse is multi-dimensional. For those who want a home, there's Republic Bank Mortgages. For those who run SMEs, we have corporate and SME banking. For those who want to invest, we have investment and trust management. And if you want to make a payment, we have the Republic Visa, credit or debit card. Call Republic Bank on 0800 414 414. It's our toll-free number, or WhatsApp us on 0546 414 414. Republic Bank, we are the one for you. This June, don't just watch the World Cup, live it. With over a decade of an experience as an official FIFA sales agent, Much Experience Hospitality brings you premium access to football's greatest VIP seating, exclusive lounges, gourmet dining, and priority events. Call 055 155 119. Visit matchexphospitality.com or walk into any Absa Bank branch. Match Hospitality, don't just watch the game, live it. Okay, so what happened to Tony Asari on his Kumasi to Accra drive? How come it took him 11 hours?
So last Friday, April 17, 2026, it took 11 hours to arrive. The road forgot how to move. I set off on that Friday from Kumasi to Tema. Google Maps said 4 hours 37 minutes. Experience said budget 5 with the Fufu pit stop. Reality delivered 11. The road forgot to move. It took 2 hours just to reach Nkoko. That stretch alone used to be the warm-up. When I finally exited Nkoko, the clock read 12:03 p.m. I heard the prompt on my Google Maps that there was an hour and 12 minutes delay because of roadworks, but I did not take it too seriously. My mistake. I should have been nearing Lindador or Bonsu. Instead, 5 more hours evaporated and I was nowhere near the toll booth before Enyirase. 5 hours to cover what should take 40 minutes. Indiscipline, disorderliness. This is no longer traffic. The road simply would not move. In that crawl, Ghanaian nature reveals itself. Indiscipline and disorderliness are our mainstay. The badly behaved drivers show up like vultures to a carcass. Shoulders become illegal fast lanes and trust the Voxies to lead the pack. DV registered cars, fixed sirens and blue lights to their dashboards and wail with sirens. Complete lawlessness. Tricycles, buses, tankers, all locked in a gridlock with no solution. Everyone is desperate, and so no one moves. Where were the police? Present and powerless. I saw them. Even soldiers on their private funeral missions joined. Total chaos. They were overwhelmed. This country cannot police away an absence of infrastructure, so we will continue to sweat in it. Cars broke down to overheating and fuel bent for hours. Ghana is gradually forgetting how to move. My plea. What saved me and a few others was the uncompleted Engineering bypass. No markings, no lights, just graded earth and the goodwill of someone walking by the roadside. The bypasses work. Even unfinished, they still work. Finish the bypasses. We cannot wait for the new Accra-Kumasi Expressway. The promise of a modern limited access highway is the right vision, but visions don't ease today's 11-hour nightmares. My direct plea to the Ministry of Roads and Highways: audit and immediately restart all stored bypasses and deploy emergency traffic management to make it convenient for commuters. While that is ongoing, it is also about time that recalcitrant drivers are made to face the consequences of their undiscipline. Bypass crucial. The Accra-Kumasi road should not confine the people of Ghana. It must move us. Let us correct the policy flaw. Let's say it loud. We cannot wait for the Accra-Kumasi Expressway alone. We need the bypasses completed, not stored, not promised, paved. Writer is the president of the Ghana Institute of Architects. His name is Tony Asari.
So Tony Asari joins us for a brief conversation to just elaborate on some of the points he put in this graphic article. Tony, thanks for joining us. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
So when was this? Was it last Friday, or what day of the week was this?
Yep, Friday morning into Friday afternoon.
I like how prolific you have, because you've put a story in graphic on Monday. So it means the thing really worried you that by Monday. But is this the worst you've had it? Because we've been discussing Accra-Kumasi Road for many years. What prompted you to put this on paper and put it in graphic this Monday?
I've been writing about these things for a while now. I mean, I spent 8.5 hours from Kaswa to Tema one Saturday. I wrote about it. It's a nightmare if you are traveling on the Aflao Road back to Accra on a weekend. I've written about it. But this one was shocking basically because it wasn't as if anything had happened. No tanker had broken down, because as the traffic, we got into the traffic, everybody, moving in the opposite direction was asking that, what is causing the traffic? There was nothing there. So it's unbelievable, that out of nothing, this traffic, actually held everybody for many hours. And there are so many people talking about it on Facebook, on Instagram, and nothing was happening. Nothing. I mean, the traffic that we are talking about is from a little beyond Nkoko to the toll booth, if you know the area, before JJT. That's it. I mean, there was nothing.
So Nkoko to JJT. But you mentioned the bypasses. So I know that some time back the Nkoko bypass was done, because many years ago in driving to Kumasi you have to pass through Nkoko. Now you don't anymore. I do know that the Sum bypass has also been done. So which of the bypasses undone led to this traffic?
Okay, so the Engineering bypass for this one is the culprit. There is a lot of traffic in Konongo. Most drivers go through the cemetery road, because going through the main Accra-Kumasi road, it takes you about an hour to cross Konongo. So most people, when they get to Konongo Dumasi, they bypass it, then they use the cemetery road. If the Konongo bypass is done, some of the problems that we are having, along that route would also be solved. Then we have the Osim bypass as well, which is also another area. Osino bypass. The Osino area also, most of these traffic actually come up basically because we have lorry parks in the middle of the town. They are crisscrossing and therefore delaying the movement along the main trunk road. So then there is a tailback. And then there is complication when it comes to the way drivers behave, driving on the shoulders and all of that. So all these bypasses should be looked at. It's actually not just the Nyinem bypass.
So at least there are about 3 bypasses that must be done. The Nyinem one, the Konongo one, and then you said Osino
one. Yes.
bypass. So if those bypasses were done, it would definitely cut the journey.
Certainly.
Were you driving in the day or at night?
During the day, I left Kumasi at 10 o'clock. I got to Tema at about 8:45 p.m.
Wow. Why didn't you use Koforidua, as in when you got to Bunso, you turn into Koforidua?
No, the traffic was before coming from Kumasi. The traffic was before Bunso. You see, there is an alternative route if you have to go through Abrim, through Kede, and then through Samankese, and then to Samam. That is the area where the new express road is coming. So that area could have worked, but it's not a very familiar road to a lot of motoring. So a lot of people don't do that. And then previously the road was quite bad, but I think the previous regime it was improved a bit. So those who heard that there was a lockup along the road decided to branch off at Zawam through Asamankesi, and then ended up coming out at Gaso. Then we would have bypassed that ticket. But that's where the problem was coming from.
You did say that the bypasses must be finished, but we also need the expressway, but we shouldn't wait for the expressway. So you're saying that both projects are important. Is that what I should take from what you wrote in the article?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You see, Bernard, if we want to see the growth of the numbers of vehicles, check the number plates that we have. For every number plate that you see, we will be locking down 10,000 cars. If we have JR, GT, GS, GN, whatever, JX, it means that by the time we finish registering all these number plates in Accra, we would have about 100,000 cars. Now, and we have this growth every year, these number of cars. So generally, the number of cars are increasing. So even if we decide to do the bypass, we'll still have to make sure that we have a detour or an alternative for those who are going to that part of upcountry. I mean, if you are going to Konongo, you may not have to use the expressway when it is done. So the expressway would have been short 197 kilometers. Going through Konongo is 240 kilometers. You're talking about a difference of about 50 kilometers. However, everybody is not heading to Kumasi when they set off from Accra. Mm-hmm. So we need a few more roads, trunk roads that is leading, up north from Accra. So okay. I think that government should look at it. I mean, I'll take the opportunity and plead to Honorable Kwame Agoja that if nothing is being done, they should pay attention, to it, and let's see how we can all be relieved. I've had a lot of calls after I put this out on my Facebook page. For instance, the problem that a lot of elderly people face on the day had to do with attending to nature's call. You want to wee, wanted a drink. Some people who were diabetic were stuck in traffic, and a whole lot of other things. So it's not just the road itself, but having decent stops along the way. Apart from Bunso and the Osino rest stops that we have, we do not have any decent rest stop along the way. We do not have any truck parking zone absolutely from Accra to Kumasi. I mean, in South Africa, engine has rest stops, I think, every 40 or 50 kilometers or so. And when you travel everywhere, you have rest stops. At least a place where when you have a problem, you can get help. But the danger, what my biggest fear when we're driving in that traffic and the heat that was built up was the number of tankers that have fuel in them that we're all stuck together. That if any disaster should happen and there was any explosion, we would have all been fried. So
Bunso, there wasn't that much traffic coming back. So all the traffic was from Koko through Nyinem to Osino.
Yes, it was just from JJ to Koko. It's just a 40 or 45 kilometer stretch or something like that. And we're all stuck there.
So Bunso to Apedja to Suhum to Nsawam was pretty okay.
Yeah, that's okay. In fact, the rate of evacuation between Nsawam and Apedja is now very fast, basically because the major part of it is a dual carriage. And then also from Apedja to Bunso, we hardly, the road hardly goes through a settlement. So, so it moves faster. The whole philosophy of the bypasses is to avoid settlements which actually can bring tailbacks when you drive. That's all. That's the whole philosophy of bypasses. Let's avoid going through some of these busy towns. We have bypassed in Koko, brilliant decision. We bypassed in Sawam, brilliant decision. Let's finish it up with Osino and Koko, and then Osino, Konongo, and then And Accra Kumasi shouldn't be more than 4 hours.
The Minister for Roads is your member. I hope he is an architect, so he obviously should be a member of your association.
Yes, he is.
You've said to the air that he should do both. How long do you think realistically it will take to do this Accra Kumasi expressway?
Knowing the processes that you must go through to be able to start road construction, I am really not very confident whether we'll be able to finish this in 2 years. We need to do the land acquisition of the reservation itself before we come up with surveys, whether cadastral surveys, geological surveys as well, geotechnical surveys, to be able to determine how bridges and all those things will be designed and all that. Then before we start the construction. I mean, if they do a good project management strategy where they do it in lots and they can control quality, I can say that 6 months. I'm not too sure whether we should discuss this as a political project, because I think that is where we sacrifice a lot of our decisions. If we consider it as a technical project and the government will not be seen as failing their promise if they do not finish in 24 months, then we know that it doesn't matter. But I think that finishing in 2 years would be a tall order.
Finally, you use Accra Tema motorway. I use it once a week. How satisfied are you with the progress of work? Does it look like they will finish on time, just based on your knowledge about how these things work?
I honestly can't tell. It's been a very horrible experience. I now use it only in the evening. In the mornings, I go through Teshinungwa Estate. And that also gives us this whole idea of having detours and alternatives. Part of the Fintech road has been completed nicely, so it also helps in evacuating from Tema to Accra. From what I see, the very difficult part of having the bridges, the interchanges, and the culverts done now, I am sure that in the next 12 to 18 months, they should be able to finish. I mean, it's not more than 19 kilometers. So I think they should be able to finish. At least finish one part and let us learn to use that. And then they can finish the rest of it and add the road infrastructure. But I really wish them well, because if they don't finish, it's going to be very frustrating, especially the residents along the motorway. I'm sure many people will be catching some form of silicosis or another. So we pray that this project will go on and finish at least on time.
Thank you, Tony Asari, President of the Ghana.
Thank you very much.
President of Ghana, what, Caleb?
Institute of Architects.
Wonderful. He had an 11-hour drive from... and by the way, this journey shouldn't have taken more than 4 hours, according to Google. What else are people saying on this?
So people are reacting to this. Bernard, I work in Kumasi, but my family is in Accra. I use this road every 2 weeks. The 11-hour drive time from Accra to Kumasi is the normal thing now. What's contributing to this? Number one, more cars on the same old road. Number two, worsening road conditions. Number three, most of the towns have their stations by the roadside, which creates roadblocks for hours. Osino and Yinem Konongo, etc. You can't do less than an hour at any of these places. Number four, Friday travels have become particularly more difficult due to the number of people doing my kind of thing. Work in one of the towns, but family at the other side. And I'm sure funeral also is a big part of it. Solution, we need that express road yesterday, Selassie Sender.
Imagine if we had a real connection from Kumasi to Accra. Go on.
Actually, it would be really easier. Listening to your guest talk about the bypass in Konongo, the non-completion is not even the worst part of it all. Affected local farmers and struggling households in a place that Galamsey is increasingly leading people away from farming are all feeling the brunt. One old man says he feels punished for sticking to cocoa instead of Galamsey. So point is that affected local farmers and struggling households in a place that Galamsey is increasingly leading people away from farming, right? They are also feeling the brunt. My dad, in coming to Accra on Friday, set off from Sunyane in the morning. For Accra after 11 p.m. He said he spent 4 hours standing in that same traffic. But over the weekend, Accra also saw some traffic within the Fintech East Legon enclave all the way to airport to Labone. They said there was an event happening at the new event center close to the mall.
What
was that?
The Porial's pitch.
The Porial's pitch.
I was moving from the East Legon police station trying to use the overpass. I saw the traffic, it wasn't moving, so I decided to use the other side, and it took so long. By the time you got to the Action Chapel stretch 2, there was so much traffic. So looks like the weekend was traffic prone, and people are sharing their experiences with us.
Good morning to listeners on Focus FM in Kumasi. Send us your comments about what you think of the Accra Kumasi Expressway and also the undone bypasses. We're happy to hear from you. It's 8:04 on the City Breakfast Show. Coming up next is Tech and Social Media Trends, brought to us by
Telecel.
And my man from Tema is on the line. He's actually in the studio. Edwin Kwaku. Edwin, welcome again.
Thank you very much, Bernard. Good morning, Caleb. Good morning, everyone else.
Looking sharp this morning as always.
Thank you very much. So I'm going to start with some good news since you are in a good mood as well. I'm going to start with some good news for the people of Damai. So obviously the engineers and planners, they won the lease for the mine, EMP. And obviously the owner of EMP, who is Ibrahim Mahama, he's been speaking about the plans for the area as well. So he says they plan to construct roads, healthcare projects, sports infrastructure, mostly astroturfs.
No, don't do astro. Plant green grass, please, Ibrahim. Don't do astro.
Well, he said that was a request from the people.
We don't. They should do. They should just do normal park. AstroTurf is not good.
Exactly. But also one thing that he mentioned was the construction of an airport, which he said will be completed in 6 months. So generally, people are happy that a town with such a major concession is going to see a lot of development because of the acquisition of the lease by EMP. But there are worries that maybe that 6 month deadline that he's giving may not be realistic. Some are wondering whether it was he meant an airstrip and not an airport. An airstrip is just like a small runway where aircraft can land and take off in a small town, but perhaps he did mean a mini airport that can serve as a commercial airport.
Is that for the use of the community or for the
once it's an airport, everybody can use it. The airport, they don't restrict anybody's usage.
Exactly. So generally people are excited about what seems to be very good development projects coming to their mind because of this change in the lease ownership. So now we move on to another worrying story. A worrying story at Avetakpo in the whole West constituency, the Volta region, where I've seen a video which was trending very heavily online throughout the weekend of pupils wading through water apparently to get to school, and was a very terrible sight to see. Avetakpo.
Near who?
Yes, in the whole West constituency.
Whole West, okay.
Yes. So they were wading through the water, and they were very small pupils too, so it was worrying to
like
see
deep water,
very deep water. It was worrying to see that the water got to the chest level of some of those students. So if they are going through this every morning, it's a terrible sight to see, and who knows what may happen, the dangers that they face going to school every day. So people obviously very unhappy with the conditions that the students are going through just to get an education. They are calling on the authorities, the government, obviously the MP, the MCE of the area to get involved and ensure that these students are properly taken care of and giving a good way to get to school. So a worrying issue that we hope is dealt with. And now to what you were talking about, the Boreals pitch that apparently led to traffic. I think people were expecting the traffic because the Boreals pitch is a huge event every year where
did they hold?
Good Park.
The Good Park, okay, near
Good
Action
Park.
Chapel.
Yeah, near Action Chapel. Because of
opposite
the location.
China Mall area.
Yes, because of the location, people were expecting traffic in that area. The Boreals pitch is an event where vendors of various products come together, are brought together to just interact with the general audiences and sell their products as well. So it's a huge event that's held every year, and we saw lots of people come there. There were about 100 vendors. A lot of things were sold, different things were sold. But one thing that caught the eye was the FDA coming through and seizing products that were unregistered.
Okay.
That they said.
Was the program
good.
a food selling event or something?
No, there was food being sold at the event as well, but there were other products. It's basically a variety of products that are being sold, not just food, anything that you would want to sell to the public. Yeah, so FDA coming in and seizing some of the products that they said were unfit for public consumption. Obviously, the traffic was a major issue that people faced as well, but overall,
spatial management is a big issue for us.
Very big issue.
Spatial management.
Okay, so now let's move to some sports news. And Arsenal are top of the trends in Ghana, obviously because the title race has taken another turn over the weekend. Losing to Manchester City means now the fate of the Premier League is almost out of their hands, because if City win their game in hand, they are level on points. Now goal difference determines who wins the Premier League in case both teams win their games.
So in UK, in England, in the EPL, goal difference before head to head.
Goal difference before head to head. So
technically, still in their hands in the sense that
yes,
if they win the rest of their games and score more goals than City,
then
they will win the league. But if goal difference is the same, then they have to use head to head.
Yes,
and that City gets the advantage.
Gets the advantage. If you look at the games both teams have left, Arsenal generally have the easier games left, because about 4 of their next 5 games are against teams in the bottom half of the table.
That's not that easy.
It's not that easy.
When somebody's fighting for survival, they can be more dangerous. I tell you, EPL is tough.
It's become a very interesting race now. Arsenal were 9 points clear at a point in the Premier League, so a collapse in April.
I was sad because I feel like technically, I think Arsenal had bad luck.
Yes.
But I also feel like sometimes there's an X factor that motivation brings. You know, I don't know what kind of siege mentality the coach gave his players, because sometimes you can set players to play as if they are live defense on it. You get it? They played well, they had good chances, and they were unlucky. But I feel like Arteta, I kind of crack on the siege mentality that Klopp and Mourinho and co sometimes, because sometimes you need to let your players feel like this is the game of your life. And that extra thing was what City had that they didn't have.
And Arteta is trending and not in very positive terms with Arsenal fans because of the decisions he made in the game against Manchester City. Eze, who had been one of their biggest threats in the second half, was taken off the pitch for apparently no reason.
Maybe, I don't know, did he have an injury?
He didn't. From everything we've heard, he was perfectly fine. He was just taken off the pitch.
I've learned something. Watching anything from the sidelines or from the stands is different from watching it as the coach. So I don't think Arteta is stupid.
No, he's not.
He probably sees the game differently than we all do.
Yes, but
it's like somebody looking at City and saying, why don't you make somebody else come and host the show? That's what happens here, Exactly. So I don't think the coach, but it's sad.
It's really sad to be in such a strong position. Everyone thinks at a point being in the hunt for 4 trophies.
Oh, Charlie.
Yeah.
Oh, Charlie.
If they lose,
and you can also play. You can also change the way you play to be more offensive in your last 5 games because that may attract more goals.
Exactly.
So,
players not being used to it as well. Their set piece routines not working as well as they used to. So all the best to Arsenal.
Any tech news for me?
In the tech news, I want to come locally, and the Energy Minister John Jinapor, he says government will launch a WhatsApp system to report power outages so that they bypass the calls, which many feel is not helping matters in terms of getting people sorted out in terms of their power outage issues. So this WhatsApp system, people will just send their location, the problem, and officers from ECG will be deployed to the area to solve that issue. So that is a major step towards digitalization in a sense, but people feel that they want to hear from the person who will be deployed or the person who is dealing with the issue. They want to feel that their issues are being listened to, not just having to send a message to a system and hope that they will be sorted out immediately. So, but it's a good step towards this.
Thank you, Edwin. That was second show me that trend.
There are many reasons to connect, and it's all to put smiles on the faces of those you love.
Daddy, thanks for the tea cash, okay? I love you.
That's my daughter, Angela. Caring for my parents, that's my duty. I also get to pay my utility bills easily with Telecel Cash. And to the suppliers at my shop,
Hello, sir. Telecel Cash payment received right on time. Thank you.
I get to make them smile because I can pay to my suppliers' merchant numbers, even on other networks directly. My dear ones, we keep the connection stronger when our family, friends, and business relations are happy. Live on cash, enjoy convenience, and make those who matter smile when you send them money with Telecel Cash.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Sunny Gold Brown Sugar, available in a shop near you.
Sunny Gold.
Wakashi. This advert is FDA approved.
The World Cup is coming, and this time you're not just watching it, you're living it. Match Experience Hospitality is giving you front row access to football's biggest stage in absolute style. Think VIP stadium seating, exclusive lounges, gourmet dining, and priority access. No stress, no hassle, just pure football luxury. This isn't just a ticket. This is the World Cup experience. With over a decade as an official FIFA sales agent, Match Experience Hospitality knows exactly how to turn a match into a lifetime memory. So upgrade your World Cup. Call 055-155-1119. Visit matchexphospitality.com or walk into any Absa Bank branch, our official banking partner today. Match Experience Hospitality. Don't just watch the game, live it. Match Experience Hospitality is doing this with Absa Bank as its official banking partner and Glyco as your official travel insurance partner.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Cast your mind back to 2022. The prices were rising. The stress was high. Every liter of fuel felt like a sacrifice. Do you remember who stepped forward first? When others were comfortable with high prices, Star Oil chose you. We cut our own profits so you could keep your AC on, keep your engines running, and keep your life moving without the heavy burden. We gave you room to breathe when things felt tight. Because of you, our star savers, we became number one. Today, the pumps are a battleground. Others are finally cutting prices because they have to. But Star Oil, we do it because we want to. Don't just chase a price. Remember a friendship. We were there for you then, and with new innovations coming your way, we are here for you now. Star Oil, still quality and affordable fuels for all.
Did you know that Ghana's Children's Act Section 91 clearly says,
no person shall engage a child in exploitative labor?
That means children must not be made to do work that deprives them of their education, health, or development.
Hazardous work?
That is not allowed. Working in stone quarries, carrying heavy loads as kayaye, hawking on busy streets in the scorching sun, being used as domestic servants in homes, or diving into dangerous waters to untangle nets, rowing canoes for hours under the hot sun, and working all day without food or rest.
Yet, too many of our children are trafficked from towns and villages across Ghana to the shores of the Volta Lake, trapped in fishing boats, robbed of their childhood, and exposed to danger every single day.
Human trafficking means the recruitment, transportation, harboring, or trading of persons within and across national borders for purposes of exploitative labor.
I want to go to school, but now I only work.
This is child trafficking.
It is a crime.
It is against the law, and it must stop now.
Parents, guardians, community leaders, protect our children.
Report suspicious movement of children and do not give your child away to strangers promising jobs.
Together, let's end child trafficking now.
This message is brought to you by the International Justice Mission with support from the National Commission for Civic Education.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
City high. For that clef.
Hey, excuse me if you see me screaming, but deep in my mind, I'm only dreaming. 'Cause if I wake, girl, then you're not by my side. I feel like half of me is no longer alive. So please, shorty, before you walk out that door, booby, would you listen to my song?
If only I give you one last chance with the devil, you can no longer dance. You got to be faithful.
Oh yeah, and if you're managing your church or ministry, it requires a banking partner that really understands your mission. Zenith Bank Ghana introduces the Zenith Church Premium Account. You will enjoy free Sunday cash pickups, loans at concessionary rates, full cash management services, and expert investment advice for your ministry's growth. Sign up for the Zenith Church Premium Account today. Talk to us 054 2000 111. Visit any of our branches nationwide and sign up Zenith Bank in your best interest. Now, you know that moment when the alarm rings and life is already asking questions. Campus, office, hustle, dreams, all waiting to be chased. Whether you're grinding for that exam, pushing deadlines at work, or cooking up the next big idea, Cowbell Coffee gives you that creamy taste and rich coffee aroma to kickstart your day right, and you can enjoy it anytime, because success doesn't just happen overnight. It's the little moments, the early mornings, late nights, and through it all, Cowbell Coffee Day for you. Cowbell Coffee with you every moment. And if you have dreams of studying abroad, you want to take the IELTS test, and you want counseling and application support, talk to IDP Education. They provide these for free. They help you save your finances while you secure genuine opportunities. IDP offers expert free support for study abroad applications to the UK, US, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, and Canada. We help thousands of students achieve their international dreams every year. Our office is at Akweje and in Edum Nsiase in Kumasi. Call us 020-256-6614 or 054-233-1052. Book your IELTS test today. Speak to your counselors and take the first step toward your future abroad. Are you into agribusiness, retail, mining, hospitality, manufacturing, trade, and logistics? You need a partner that understands your business. That partner is Absa Business Banking. Talk to us at Absa Bank. Talk to a relationship manager today. At Absa Business Banking, we get it. That's why we are here for you. Your story matters, Absa. 590 Mobile is doing it again. People are winning big with the star 959 hash. This is how it's done. NLA has actually increased the playing time of your favorite 590 Mobile from Monday to Saturday. Noon rush starts at 8:30 p.m. and closes at 1:25. The next day, while the evening draw starts at 1:30 p.m., closes at exactly 7:55 p.m. Sunday remains the same. So catch all the 590 Mobile evening live draw from Monday special to Sunday Asida on GTV broadcast 8 p.m. to 8:15 p.m. is for persons above 18. Stake responsibly. 0308249477 is the number to call for more inquiries. 590 Mobile at Damunsim. Henley Partners is the global leader in residence and citizenship planning, helping investors and their families secure alternative residence or citizenship through leading programs. We advise on the best program for you and your family and assist with the entire application process. Popular options for Ghanaians include Caribbean citizenship programs like Antigua and Barbuda, Grenada, St. Kitts and Nevis, as well as residence by investment programs in Greece, Portugal, Malta, UAE, UK, Canada, and the USA. So call us now 0206042101. Email us ghana@henleyglobal.com. Our office at the Galleria, Kempinski Gold Coast City Hotel. Visit our website henleyglobal.com to find out more. You a CISO, CIO, CTO, board executive, or a cybersecurity professional looking to stay ahead? Sapient and Vision, a proud subsidiary of Innovari Limited, invites you to the 4th edition of the CISO Summit, the ultimate gathering for cybersecurity professionals. The theme is Boardroom Conversations, elevating cybersecurity to a business priority. 22nd and 23rd of April is when it's happening. Kempinski Gold Coast City Hotel, Accra is where it will be, 8 a.m. prompt each day. Don't miss out on this one. The registration fee is a cool 6,000 Ghana cedis. We have group discounts for you for 3 or more registrations from a company. Register thecisosummit.com. Call us 05.
But Locust Estates has a fantastic offer for you. Beautifully designed 3-bedroom houses in safe, secure, community-focused estates with a clubhouse, gym, swimming pool, and 24-hour security. Call 0200 55 7704. Locust Estates, modern living made possible. Let me say good morning to Francisca Kakra Forsen. Register your presence with a good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Why are you wearing the same colors I'm wearing? What's your issue
they
today?
are not necessarily the same. They are similar.
It's the same. Mine is just darker. Yeah. Listeners, this is like magenta. Or is that a color?
We'll have to call Audrey for help.
Magenta or something, Charlie.
Can't we just say it's dark brown?
I feel like mine is burgundy.
Yes, yours is burgundy. Yours is a clear burgundy.
So I'm not.
I see. All right, imagine a world where your power never fails, your data is always secure, and your business never stops. That's the world Left Signature Limited is building every single day. From expert electrical engineering services to cutting-edge renewable energy solutions like solar and microgrids, Left keeps you your world-powered and protected. We deliver custom applications, ERP solutions, and AI-powered solutions designed to boost productivity and drive growth. Call us on 025-611-811 or visit leftsignature.com. You can stop by office at Lashibi North Celebrity Estate. Left Signature, driving progress through tech and engineering excellence. Growth is not just about becoming bigger, it's about becoming better. At First Atlantic Bank, integrity has always guided our customers. We put them first. Today, First Atlantic Bank is now a PLC listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange. Becoming a PLC strengthens our accountability and deepens our credibility and positions us to serve families, businesses, and communities even better. First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different. All right, so what started as a service in July 2009 in partnership with 9 banks has become a financial behemoth that is redefining how people make payments and live. The turning point came indeed after 3 years of operation in 2012. They had about 350,000 active users. The turning point came in 2015 when the BOG revises regulations to permit what is called a telco-led model. This allowed MTN to invest heavily in its tech and agent network, sparking growth that saw active accounts surge to over 11 million by 2017. As of today, if you look at their 2025 results, MTN Momo, the name it's called, has 19.3 million active users, generated over 6 billion cedis in revenue, processed over 8.4 billion transactions, valued at 4.1 trillion cedis, with funds held in customer wallets, referred to as float, reaching a staggering 38.4 billion cedis. Now, what is happening with the company? Well, Mobile Money Fintech Limited is now its name. It started a new chapter as a standalone company with a distinct regulator, the Bank of Ghana. The CEO of the company, Shaibu Haruna, has been busy traveling around the country, finding out what's been going on with his many agents and users. He's joined us this morning briefly to talk about where the company is and his vision for the next few years. Good morning, CEO. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Bernard, and good morning to your lovely listeners across the country.
Was that a good summary of your journey? 2009, 3 years of struggle, 350,000 active users. Now you are big and bad.
Well, it's humbling. I have to say that, and I have to say a big thank you to Ghanaians for believing in what was at the time, a wild concept, and also to our regulator, the Bank of Ghana, for understanding and moving with us through the journey. It's not been an easy one, but we're thankful to our customers and our regulators and all our stakeholders for bringing us this far.
So in 17 years, would you say the growth of mobile money has surprised you? If you're looking at how the issues were 350,000, now you are 19.3 million active. That's like very serious growth. How surprising has it been to you?
We've always had a very big ambition for our business, and we see the opportunity. The opportunity is not really in the numbers that you are just, called out. It's more around the impact story of mobile money. Think about Ajua, who is in Elubo, who is a single mother, who is able to borrow funds to support her bread business at the Elubo border, for instance. And there are many more of these stories across the country. For us, it is that impact story that defines our business. The rest is just an outcome of doing an impactful business.
So you're saying beyond the ability to send and receive money, the additional services on the platform, like borrowing and possibly those insurance and other things, is where the real value is, in your view?
For us, what we started, it was a journey of saying, give people access. And I think to a large extent, access is available for anyone who has a mobile phone and is able to connect it. Thankfully, we have a massive agent network. We have a very expansive merchant ecosystem where you can pay. So for us, having the value of the wallet was a foundation to financial inclusion. And beyond that is more around the adoption and making sure that we keep challenging cash, because at the end of the day, cash is just the competitor here.
Why did you have to become a standalone company?
Okay, thank you. I mean, for two very simple reasons. One is regulatory. Regulation, the Payment Systems and Services Act requires us to be independent and to be regulated by Bank of Ghana.
Okay.
So we've been on this journey, as you would appreciate, because Scancom Limited was a listed business. We had to go through a certain structural arrangement to land us where we are. And it's taken 5 years to get to this point. And, I have to, appreciate the work that we've done with our regulators, not just Bank of Ghana, but also with the Securities and Exchange Commission, as well as the Ghana Stock Exchange. And again, also our investors for trusting us and supporting us through the process. We had our EGM later last year, where we explained the structure to them, and they gave us a full blessing to pursue it. And thankfully, we've been able to deliver on that.
But what does that mean? Okay, go ahead.
So yeah, beyond the, I mentioned two things. So the first one was regulatory. The second one is also really to allow us as a fintech to begin to expand our business beyond what would traditionally be a wallet service with an adjacent. So what this means is that we'll be able to scale up and innovate quickly. We can form a lot of strategic partnership in order to drive the ambition of giving dignity to the millions of Ghanaians in Ghana.
But what does being a standalone mean operationally and strategically?
Okay, so from the operational standpoint, first and foremost, our customers will not experience any change in the way we serve them. Okay. So they are able to access our services through the MTN distribution network, which is either the agent network, the service centers, the community shops, which are the front-facing channels, and also through the call center and all the services that are overlaid on. Remember, the foundation of mobile money is the SIM card, and the SIM is actually the connectivity business's service, and we are leveraging off that platform to deliver the service to the customer. So from a customer interaction point of view, there wouldn't be a noticeable change. The change you will see as a customer is the level of innovation and partnership that we're able to power through for our customers. And this is very important for us. Beyond that is also the layer of, we've promised our that in the next 3 to 5 years, we will be able to list the mobile money business on the local exchange. So that is a journey that...
So Ghanaians can buy shares into Momo specifically?
That's correct. Wonderful. That's correct. At the moment, the shares are stapled, which means that if you own MTN Ghana shares, you are a beneficial owner of mobile money. And which means that if you sell one, you also automatically share the other. But given the journey that we're going to be embarking on, the next frontier of our journey will be to eventually list the mobile money business.
Wouldn't it be nice for people to convert their Momo money into shares? Essentially, you don't even have to go to any office, right? If you're a customer of the company, you have some money in there, you can buy the shares. I hope that becomes possible in the immediate future.
Actually, today you can buy shares on our platform. If you go to...
Not just MTN shares?
Yeah, any share.
Is it?
Once it's listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange.
Oh, you can?
You can. We have a Trade Life platform where you can go and you can check, you can check your balance if you're a shareholder. You can check your balance. You can buy shares, and you can also trade your shares.
Can dividends be paid mobile money?
Correct. I mean, you choose how you want dividend to be paid for you. Either via Momo, or of course the Momo has limitation in terms of the value depending on how many shares you hold that can be paid in. But over and above that, you can also nominate your bank account that you want to be paid dividend in.
So you are still talking operational and strategic. Two things. Do you still work from the same place, or now that by regulation you are a different company by name, it means you have a different physical location? Number two, why did you choose the name Mobile Money Fintech Limited?
Interesting questions. So first and foremost, we've been operating from a different facility for a little over a year ago. So as I said, this journey is 5 years old in terms of the separation. So we are located on the 9th floor of the Standard Chartered building. And I think the next part of your question is...
Why Mobile Money Fintech Limited?
Yeah. Mobile money has become a household name. So why would you want to change from the word mobile money, right? But the choice of the word fintech is also to kind of crystallize what we stand for, which is financial technology. And for us, that is a very broad area which we intend to expand and provide digital financial services to Ghanaians. So the name reflects both what we've built and what we aspire in terms of delivering for the market.
The 2025 financials of the larger company was quite interesting. The company grew, but it seems to me that Momo also did very well. So we told year-on-year growth of 35.7%, 6 billion cedis. I think, is it in profit or revenue? I'm not even sure.
It's revenue.
Revenue. How good is that? And what accounted for that?
Well, I normally tell myself that, look, the opportunity, let's think about it this way. It is not a 1 billion revenue business today. So in the scheme of things, if you convert it into US dollars, the size of our revenue is just a little around $500 million dollars. So there's
potential for growth. We shouldn't be too excited at 6 billion cedis.
Not at all. Not at all. I mean, Ghana and Ghanaian businesses that are also listed on the exchange need to be working towards building. We need to be building multi-billion-dollar revenue businesses in the country, and I think that is the aspiration or the inspiration of this business to sustain growth. But growth needs to come with the value and impact, and for me, that is more important. So achieving revenue growth without the impact story of driving financial inclusion and giving meaningful life to Ghanaians is not a sustainable growth. And that's why we believe that as a business, we're not just in the business of making revenue for our shareholders, but also delivering impact, a lot of impact story. And I'm sure everybody in this studio has one Momo impact story that they've seen. And for us, that is what we're in business for.
There's a couple of concerns generally around this financial inclusion thing that we're talking about. People feel like the lending you do, not just Momo or MTN, the lending could be better. If we really want people to be financially included, we must give cheaper loans, and we must also give larger loans, because the loans are very small. In fact, there was a 2022 report that said digital loans are very small and are also affected by many charges. So if the vision you are talking about should be realized, you and your other competitors must figure out how to lend more cheaper to really unlock the potential of the informal economy. Do you agree with that analysis? And what is possible within that remit?
No, that's a very good question, and it's something that we continuously think with our partners around. First and foremost, we have to understand that we have embarked on a journey of driving inclusion and bringing people into the whole credit economy, as you put it. So that transition comes with its own underlying challenges, right? In terms of, first and foremost, the cost of capital. Thankfully, that is coming down with all the macroeconomic stability that we've seen over the past year or so. So that's a good signal, and I'm sure the rates in due course is also going to come down. But the risk around informal lending, which is unsecured lending, is also quite high, because you also have to manage default. Thankfully, the kind of algorithms that we've put into our loan model is also maturing, which means that we're also able to profile customers better and offer them lending to yield, decent NPL. So that is part of the journey around, making loans cheaper. But of course, there also has to be some kind of structural arrangement where you don't just default and, default to multiple players, right? We need to get into a framework where you default in one environment and then you are locked out of the entire financial ecosystem. So that
like some credit referencing type of thing.
Correct. So there will be some discipline around, people need to feel the consequence of not paying, because when you don't pay, what it means is that the loan that we're serving our customers is going to come at a premium, because we have to price your default into that loan arrangement. So we have taken up, as industry leaders, we've also taken on that responsibility of also carrying our customers along with us by starting what we call the responsible borrowing campaign. And you'll notice that we're playing quite a lot of engaging commercials just to get people to understand that it is cool to actually borrow and pay, because that's what you do in support.
But do you foresee the rates coming down? Do you foresee, because you don't lend, of course you lend annually, but because of the way the payment is structured, it's monthly payment. So if you compare that to a regular bank loan, it's higher. But because the amounts are smaller and because people work and pay, it's cheaper. But if you really want to unlock the sector, I feel like there must be a thinking around making micro lending much cheaper. And it's an industry-wide issue, because in microfinance as well, their loans are very expensive. Do you understand? And some people believe that the more expensive a loan is, the less likely people are to pay.
Yeah.
So what is your thinking around that within the confines of what your regulator will allow you to say on air?
No. I think my regulator is very progressive, so it's fine. So I think fundamentally, as I alluded to earlier on, there's a cost of capital bit, and there's also the likelihood of payment bit. If you have those two mix in place, then rates would naturally come down. One of the factors is come down, which is the rate, and I'm sure in due course the loan proposition would also be reviewed. Mind you, for us as Mobile Money Fintech Limited, we partner with banks and other financial institutions to provide a capital. We don't lend on our books. And they are the owners of the product. We deliver the service to the channel. But because it's a partnership, we actively engage on a lot of the elements that drives adoption of the service. And we do that quite constructively, and you'll see a lot of movement in that direction.
I have a couple of questions before I bring in some listeners. A lot of people believe that mobile money fraud is possible because of either the laxity or the complicity of the company. Let me read an example. Show me the first question. Bernard, hello. Thanks for the opportunity to listen to the CEO. My question is, how come I go and deposit money on my Momo account, and immediately the money hits my account, a scammer calls me and tries something on me? Is it their system or data in the hands of these guys? Or how, do you understand? That's the question. How come immediately the money hits my account, the person is calling me? Because I didn't tell him I'm going to put money in my account. So that's the entry into the question around Momo fraud and the way the public feels your people are either complicit or negligent or something is going on. If you can elaborate or comment on that.
Thank you. I'll come to the question, but let me just frame the whole, I call it digital fraud.
Good.
Because the fact of it is that it has evolved from just being one that is isolated to one that is also integrated and collaborated, because you have systems that are talking to each other in terms of interoperable systems, not just from the financial ecosystem, but also outside of it, which is e-commerce platforms that are also talking into a system. And then you have the adoption of WhatsApp and other channels also enabling people to access people digitally, and then through that come through and compromise them through social engineering.
Good.
So that is the frame of digital fraud as we see it today. Now, in terms of where the key challenges lie, first and foremost, this very instance that you described, it could be as a result of a multiple scenario, right? We have agent networks that support you can call them the physical footprint for a bridge between your digital and then the physical world, where exchange of either cash is put into your wallet or e-value is put into your wallet or cash is taken out. Now, at that point, a lot of things may happen, okay? It could be that the person putting the fund, there's somebody around who perhaps just takes
a screenshot of the transaction.
That may happen. I wouldn't rule out the fact that there may be some agents, and by the way, we have hundreds of thousands of agents, and most of them are very disciplined and trained agents who do their work very diligently. And like any human institution, you may have some individual agents who may be compromising customer information. And for us, when these reports get to us, we go into our system and we track the events, and then see sometimes there will be a pattern that would come up in terms of which agent is often associated with these incidents, and we are able to proactively deal with them and address the issues that comes through it. And these are ongoing activities that we keep doing in the larger ecosystem. So we are strengthening, thanks to the power of artificial intelligence, we are strengthening our monitoring mechanism, and it is shifting from just rule-based application more to behavioral kind of application, and that makes it a lot more easier for us to narrow down on some of the elements and deal with them conclusively. So look, we are very active in that track. When it comes to digital financial services, what we are serving our customers is trust, and we don't compromise on that aspect of our business. It's what makes our business what it is. People want to have their money safely deposited in their accounts. They want to be able to transact when they want to, and be sure that their funds will be there for them. And that's what we seek to deliver on.
It's 11 minutes to 9. My guest is the CEO of Mobile Money Fintech Limited, Shaibu Haruna. He's in the studio to talk to us about a transition. And I'm careful here. The company is still part of the MTN family. So in a sense, it's one company, but it's two different companies. So he's trying to explain this. He's talking to us about the plans for the future, their performance, and also dealing with some questions. I have another one here. This text that says about 9,000 merchants have reportedly been blocked on the Momo platform, with some claiming they were told to seek redress in court. What led to this large-scale action, and what fair, accessible process exists for affected merchants to resolve without resorting to litigation? The name is not here, but this is a listener of the program. Quick comment on that.
No, we identify a certain pattern, and as required by law, we had to take some immediate action and do further investigations, which we've done. We are engaging them. In fact, this afternoon we have some engagement with some of the agent association. These are things that we do.
So is this part of your attempt to deal with either errant merchants or to deal agents or deal with complaints around fraud and that kind of thing?
Absolutely. It's part of our routine activity. This happened to be a little bit large scale. That's why it's been picked up, but it's an ongoing activity that we.
Because 9,000 is large. Is it that you are trying to isolate an incident? Because 9,000 agents is a lot of agents.
That's correct. So there were some suspicious activity that we needed to understand, but for us, the primary focus would be to first stop it, and then investigate it and deal with the issues.
MTN is a company, but there are organizations like the police, IOCO, NIA, Financial Intelligence Institution. How do you work with these guys? Do you report this type of thing to them? Do you work together? How does it work?
Now, we have a very great relationship with all these law enforcement agencies, as well as some of them are regulatory, like the Financial Intelligence Center, where we are mandated to actually share some of those exceptional transactions with them. But with the police and IOCO, we have a very strong partnership in terms of combating cybercrime, also working with them in terms of building capacity and all that. We do a lot of collaboration with them.
Please ask the CEO about educating their vendors and agents or merchants, particularly in rural communities. Why? Some agents want to charge a commission even when depositing on one's own account. 2, when one wants to cash out a large amount, the agent wants to do it in 1,000 cedi bits, so they can charge 10 cedis on each 1,000 tranche. I do business with women in the communities, and the agents are scamming them like this. This is from somebody who supports rural women. I hope the question is clear. Agents wanting to charge a commission even when depositing on one's own account, And then when cashing out large amounts, agent wants to do so in 1,000 cedi bits so they can charge 10 cedis on each 1,000 cedi tranche. Has this come to your attention? What's your comment?
No, we are aware of this behavior, but what we would encourage is that such incidents are actually also reported to us, and we also take action on them. We have a number of field sales agents who actually are responsible for handling such incidents.
A couple of comments from my colleagues before I read the final messages before I wrap. Kakra, quick one from you.
So first of all, congratulations, Mr. Haruna. I think that you've eloquently responded to the questions. What I'm interested in is how you are going to extend the success in country to sort of cross-border. Will we see seamless cross-border mobile money transactions? If I'm doing business with a client in Nigeria, how do I do that just through mobile money without having to go through the bank or any other third party?
No, that's an interesting question. I mean, the way the financial ecosystem plays out, especially in Africa, is the fact that you have all these regulatory challenges that you have to navigate. But I think following the 3i summit that was done about 2 years ago, there was a very interesting conversation we had around cross-border. And that also gave birth to, some sandbox activity that we're currently pursuing. There are 2 currently on our platform. One with BridgeX, which allows as a currency swap arrangement between Ghana and Nigeria. Okay. And there's also another one with on African PAPS that allows for exchange. It's currently in a sandbox. We're trying to understand, the flows, and then based on the outcome of it, I'm sure we will get the necessary approvals to be able to expand it. But it's a big opportunity for facilitating transaction. I mean, we're seeing some interesting pattern in terms of the flows where people are there are businesses, individuals in Nigeria, for instance, who are paying school fees and in Ghana.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of interesting flows that we are seeing, and there's a lot of opportunity for us to deepen those kind of B2B as well as B2C kind of.
By the way, the MTN Ghana won an award for being the best in the Africa group, I think last year. Will MMFL also be among the best when you compare the mobile money companies across the continent?
In fact, we're the best.
You are the best.
We are the best.
Within the group?
Within the group, yeah.
But if you compare yourself to what's happening in, say, Kenya with your competitor Safaricom, how well do you compare pound for pound if you look at the size of our economy and what you're doing to the pioneers of the sector, Safaricom and the other places like Rwanda and co? How would you say MTN Ghana Momo is doing?
I'll position it this way. I mean, when I interact with investors across the continent and even beyond, the sense they give us of our business is the fact that, look, there are perhaps 2 distinct mobile money operations in Africa, and that is Safaricom and mobile money in Ghana. So I think we're doing quite a lot of things well. What we need to unlock is the business side of our business, which is B2B, and that is where we need a lot of collaboration with the fintechs to be able to solution for particular business needs. And for us, we are, even in our whole pricing structure, we want to also look at how do we price differently for special areas like agro and key areas that who has very interesting value chain that need to be unlocked. And that's where our focus is going to be going forward.
Caleb would read a few comments. And
Good morning, Bernard. I'd like to ask the Momo CEO why there are about 2 mobile apps, MTN Momo and Momo app, on their app store, and to clarify which one is authentic. Also, regarding the security of Momo, when I get a credit on my account, I think this was
right. Yes,
this was addressed. Now you're from Osu. Thank you. Good morning, Bernard. Their services are good, but their interest rates are too high. I'm Joseph from Accra. Good morning, Bernard and team. Ask the CEO why their agents are charging for deposits and withdrawals when it is clearly stated that you will automatically be charged from MTN. I think this was addressed also. I want to know why you sometimes cut off some people after they have paid their loan. The land them is not happy. MTN needs a dedicated Momo fraud number that will swiftly address fraudulent acts. Lots of radio jingles of this number and what to do when you are defrauded.
I think you should stay there.
Yes.
Is that a good suggestion?
No, we do have one. So we have the 419 number, which we launched earlier this year.
419.
419. So you just call.
Call 419.
419.
Can we WhatsApp it?
Yeah, you can call it.
Just call 419 to report fraud.
Yeah, to report fraud. And we also have, the fraud channels on the app and all the.
How do we track what happens after I've called? So I call 419 that somebody wants to scam me. What will happen?
You get a ticket to say we've received your complaint, and then we close it. And typically when you're investigating fraud, there are some details that we typically do not come back to the customer on. We take the action behind it, but we indicate that the issue is being closed.
There was an earlier question I wanted you to tackle. Come down. The one he read earlier. He's saying there are two apps. Is it correct?
Okay, so we have agent app, which is different, and then we also have the consumer app.
Okay.
So if you're an agent, you have to use the agent app, and then you also have the consumer app, and also even a merchant app. So those are the scenario. But there is also a My MTN,
which is a general,
which is the
one that looks yellow.
Correct.
Yours is dark blue or something.
Correct.
Like the shirt you are wearing.
Exactly.
What's this color called? I don't even know.
But I didn't go to.
I'm like you. I don't know. So, but the darker, the bluer one is your app.
That's correct.
For consumers.
For consumers and also for agent and our merchants. So the Momo color is the blue one.
The Momo color is the blue one.
But it has a touch of yellow.
It's like some money or something.
Correct.
On it. That's your app.
Yeah, that's correct.
All right. There was a last comment I wanted to ask.
Very final one. Good morning, Bernard. My brother bought a Momo SIM card from an agent for 3,500 CDs, and I think it's a big fraud. What are they doing about this kind of thing? Liz sent that from Nungwa.
Well, that is you bought an agent SIM. I mean, agent SIMs are free, so you've participated in an activity which is not legal.
Could it be that the process of becoming an agent takes time and people want to shortcut that, for which they will go and buy a SIM from somebody else?
Okay, so what we've done is, again, we want to achieve universal distribution, but we also don't want to have over concentration of agents in one particular location.
Mm-hmm.
So typically, the way we sign on agents is selective in nature. So we typically, you go and you apply, you can use our app, and then you can apply for the service. Then a field salesperson will physically visit and inspect your outlet where you intend to use it for business and do an assessment to make sure that you are not going to be crowding out agents, right? We actually want you to reach out to areas that are not served. And that's the basis for us to then make a decision to sign you on as a merchant. And typically this process takes not more than 1 week. And you will have access to your SIM card.
I'll end with this one. So I was looking through your shift to advanced financial services, and I noticed that revenue from advanced services like digital payment, merchant solutions, microloans, and insurance is 2 billion out of the 4. So in the country you made reference to, Kenya, when Momo grows, it means that these things are growing. Digital payments are growing, merchant solutions are growing, microloans are growing, insurance is growing, cash out is reducing. But in those countries, that also means that the agent network is reducing because it's in-app, right? So I want to buy ECG credit. I don't need to go to a human being. So the question I'm asking you is, and we all want this type of growth because in the economies that do well, this is what happens, cash light. So if inevitably we would want growth from advanced services to grow, will that mean at some point agent numbers will have to reduce, or what agents are doing will have to change? And will the benefits of the advanced services growth offset the possible job losses that may come because you know what I'm saying? I don't need to go to, it's like for call center. I don't need to go to a call center. Okay. So this is I'm sort of pointing you into a strategic thing that may happen in the next 3 or 4 years, and how you intend to navigate that.
Mm-hmm. No, that's a good point you've raised. So let me start off by saying that even in a market like Kenya, their basic service contribution still is very, very strong, right? So in terms of its, despite its growth in advanced services, the portion of revenue that is attributable to the basic services, especially because there's a lot of P2P that happens, right? People paying others. It all speaks to the informal nature of our markets, where people are doing business on their private accounts. That notwithstanding, I think from an agent point of view, yes, we still have a way to go in terms of giving access. We did some work with ISE around our agent network, just a research just to understand the agent patterns across the country, and there are still significant gaps, especially in rural areas and even in urban areas where new development areas do not have the right kind of agent network that we need to survive. We do a lot of analytics in terms of the per capita distribution of agents, and we still have a decent pool based on what we are seeing. But yes, I would agree with you that as you deepen the growth of advanced services, the role of agents will begin to shift.
Good.
Not just from a cash-in, cash-out point of view. There are other service rails that they are also providing. And today, we are already introducing these agents to a number of other services that they provide to customers. So don't forget that they are not just there to do cash-in and cash-out. They are onboarding customers onto the network. They provide education to customers at the point of sale. And they are very serious and respected ambassadors within their community in terms of access to information around the service, etc., etc. So there's going to be a decent role for them to play. But again, as for some of you who are banked, typically your cash-in is typically a pull from a bank account, because our systems are also interoperable. So that demand for physical cash liquidation is also limited in that respect. So there are a lot of activities at play, but I think the agent's role is still very important and will be in the foreseeable future. And there will be different evolution in terms of what they are going to do.
What is your vision for the company? This is my last question. What's your vision?
Look, it's about moving from where we are today, which is access, to ubiquitous use of services.
Wonderful.
It becomes part of our everyday life and impacting and giving dignity to all Ghanaians.
From access to ubiquitous use, I think that's a good place to end. We've been speaking to the CEO of Mobile Money Fintech Limited, Shaibu Haruna, very optimistic about the future, but also admitting there are challenges that must be dealt with for the service and everything else to improve. Thank you.
Thank you, Bernard.
Great to have you. 9:05, we'll be right back. Stay with us.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Hey, El Chamano, I agree to. I make you. Salary them pay last week. This week, no, it finished. How? But don't you have GCB mobile app? Just request a salary advance. You will get it in 30 seconds.
Gosh, it just dropped like it's hot. Get up to 80% of your salary anytime with the GCB mobile app at the lowest interest rates. Switch to a GCB salary account now and payday can be any day. Download the GCB mobile app on Google Play, App Store, or Huawei App Gallery. T's and C's apply. GCB Bank, your bank for life.
Every woman deserves hair that looks and feels amazing. It starts with the right product. BO16. After relaxing, your hair needs serious care. BO16 neutralizing shampoo removes all those relaxer residues and restores your hair's natural balance. Itchy scalp? Dandruff wahala? BO16 treatment shampoo will rescue you. Leaves your hair absolutely divine. BO16 detangling conditioner. No more painful tagging and breakage. See how smoothly the comb runs through. Now you know my secret.
BO16. Express yourself.
This advert is FDA approved. The GC brand. It's all about you.
Come and see the beauty of Ghana.
Oh yes, are you looking to explore Ghana? Not sure where to begin? Why not let Ghana Tourism Marketplace help you plan the perfect trip? With Ghana Tourism Marketplace, you can easily book hotels, discover exciting tours, rent cars, connect with expert local tour guides, and explore destinations across the country, all in one place. You can also get tickets for amazing experiences like Movie in the Park at Platinum Bay Hotel, Uncle Ebo White Theatre shows, Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park visits, Accra by night tours, and many more unforgettable events. For more information, visit www.gtm.com.gh or email info@gtdc.gov.gh. You can also call or WhatsApp 050-123-3921 or 0202-700-720. Ghana Tourism Marketplace is brought to you by Ghana Tourism Development Company, your official gateway to discovering Ghana.
Hello CEOs, Ghana's foremost business platform marks 10 years of leadership impact. Join the 10th Ghana CEO Summit and Expo on Monday, 18th May 2026 from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Kempinski Hotel Accra. The summit is themed Accelerating Ghana's Economic Transformation, driving bold reforms through leadership, technology, and industrialization. Tagline, From Vision to Action. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, will attend as special guest of honor and officially launch the CEO Government Compact 2026. Highlights include presidential CEO dialogue, masterclasses, panels, brand expo, CEO profiles, networking, and the Ghana CEO Excellence Gala. Registered now at GhanaCEOSummit.com. Call 054-639-1970 or email info@GhanaCEOSummit.com. Powered by CEO Network Ghana in partnership with Deloitte, PwC, EY, GIPC, SIGA, University of Ghana, Media General, and the Multimedia Group. The 10th Ghana CEO Summit and Expo. A decade of leadership impact. T&Cs apply.
Yes, you're not alone. Your taps have not been running always. You've done everything, but there seems to be no way. You spend too much money buying water from other sources. Now listen, you're not alone this time around. The good news is, Priority Water Limited will pump purified and super clean water through your taps for drinking, cooking, and for other household needs. If you live in a gated community or within an estate, give them a call and you will be happy you did. Priority Water Limited will install water purification system in your community and supply everyone constant clean water throughout the year. Gated communities and high-rise apartments can now enjoy super clean water every day. Give them a call at 0200608404 or 0202185445. Priority Water Limited. We live on water.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
They say they will say that I told you so. Nanso Mentiobia. Obey, Oboni, can't be back when he miss you. Nanso Mentiobia.
Menya do tina chere mi do bla. Na me say na mon go tie faithful. Go
no, na me ni beauty, no frey broke love. Broke God, I'm a bellin' and no more frey Brooklyn, no joking. Me now for say be my me this okay. Now me intellectuality with the body of a slave queen, no faking. You fit to about food in the question. I got you, baby. You got me, baby. You know that we got we, baby. I got you, baby.
12 minutes past 9 on the City Breakfast Show. Later on, Minister of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation, Sam Natijo, joins us with his Zambian colleague and counterpart in the person of Mr. Felix Mutati. Before that, Electroland is giving you weekly and monthly big rewards when you buy Samsung, TCL, Media and NASCO electronics anywhere in Ghana from any authorized dealer or reseller. Buy your LED smart TV, split AC, double door fridges, auto gas or auto grill gas cookers, washing machines, sound towers, microwave, blenders, mobile phones and more from Samsung, TCL and NASCO. Dial star 928 star 8888 hash or go to register.electrolandraffles.com for more information. Approved by NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. TNC Supply or T's and C Supply. Electroland Ghana, rewarding patronage the big way. The Business and Financial Times invite you to the third edition of the Women in Business Dialogue Series 2026 on the theme From Market to Market Leader, empowering women, SMEs and young women in agribusiness for sustainable growth. It's on Tuesday, 28th April, 9 a.m., Lancaster Hotel, Kumasi. The Women in Business Dialogue Series is an initiative aimed at promoting entrepreneurship, financial inclusion, and sustainable growth among women-led businesses in Ghana and beyond. This year's edition will provide the opportunity to connect, network, and learn from top business leaders, among others. Register by calling 0209 457 427 or 0244 725 688. This event is partnered by EcoBank Ghana, Gino Unilever, and the Bank Hospital. SNIT wishes to remind SNIT pensioners that they are all to undergo SNIT pensioner certification in birth month. Effective this April, pensioners who were born in the months of January, February, and March, Kakra, you are part, but I'm not a pensioner yet, but have not renewed their pensioner certificate, will be taken off the pension payroll. Let me repeat. Effective April, pensioners who were born in the months of January, February, March, but have not renewed their pensioner certificate will be taken off the pension payroll. This means that SNIT will suspend paying their partner pensions until they have renewed their pensioner certificate. All affected pensioners who have not renewed their pensioner certificate are encouraged to do so before the next pension pay date. To make the renewal process simple and convenient, pensioners may use any SNIT dedicated channel, which is mobile money. Which is mobile app. Forgive me, it's a SNIT mobile app, or SNIT branches, or SNIT co-location bank. Pensioners with mobility challenges can receive assistance through home visits or call. So if you are too old or too immobile to go to these places, call this number 0302 611 622, right? And they will assist you. But if you're born in January, February, or March, you have to renew your pensioner certification. Call 0302 611 622. The Blanksons is on your screens now. Trust us, you don't want to miss a single moment. Tune in this and every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. for all the family drama, unexpected twist, laughter, and everything in between. Now, if you missed Thursday's episode, there's a repeat tomorrow, Tuesday at 3 p.m. There's also a repeat on Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. There are also daily Saturday and Sunday repeats, 7 p.m. on Saturdays and 4:30 p.m. on Sundays. Now, this is on Channel 1 Television. Don't miss the Blanksons. It's brought to you by Channel 1 Productions, sponsored by Out Insecticide, NASCO Electronics, Lizzy Shito, and Everpack.
Coincidentally, it's happening on TV as well, Channel 1 TV.
It's an incredible watch. Try and tune in tomorrow at 3 p.m. and enjoy the Blanksons. All right, Carl, let's hear from
And
you.
if you're looking for a best of flavor in every sip, discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. We have Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, and Piva Tangy. So grab yours now. We're available at your local stores or call us on 0550 032231. Piva beverages, a taste you will love. And when you buy anything, it's got to be the very best diamond. 42.5 hour grade cement is the highest quality on the Ghanaian market. We have the 32.5 hour grade to great value. Good deal for everyone, great value for your pocket. You deserve the very best. So speak to us, deal with us directly. We are all over the nations. However, our factories are in Aflao, Takrady, and Buepe. Our number is 0540-111-978. Diamond cement, still as hard as say diamond. Now, the hottest slogan in town is Pack to Pa from GCB Bank. We're talking the ultimate all-expense pay trip to the Global Football Fiesta next year, plus monthly TVs, fridges, cookers, and many goodies. The prizes don't finish. Join the winning team, deposit and maintain 300 cedis or more in your GCB savings or current account. That's all. Small savings, and you will be earning more points. And then you can win the next. You can be a winner and be on a trip to Yankee, Canada, or Mexico, December 2025 to April 2026. Save, win, go with the Patupa promo by GCB Bank. Global Football, here we come. T's and C's apply.
All right, we'll read a few more comments. Yes, a birthday dedication that came in a bit later than this time we usually take it. Happy birthday to Ebo Anderson on this special milestone. We thank God for your life and all the blessings He's brought your way. We pray that the years ahead be filled with greater favor, joy, and success. You're deeply loved today and always with all our love. Mommy, Abena, Ato, and Sheila. So, Mommy, Abena, Ato, and Sheila wishing Ebo Anderson a happy birthday. All right, now the number of people who sent comments about power outages, and even though the president has spoken about it and sort of explained what's going on, I think we need to highlight the critical nature of the situation in some communities. Caleb, you did send some messages about this in a few days ago, and I've received a few myself. People in Bechile have been complaining quite bitterly about the frequency of the power cuts and also how long it takes for the power to come back.
True.
And I think we need to highlight this so that the authorities will take note and deal with it.
So there was a message like that. It says, "Dear Electricity Company of Ghana Limited, I do not know exactly what your Adenta East District Office at Lakeside Estate needs us to do for them to appreciate the seriousness of the discomfort they are causing us at Japan Motors Room 6, Cocoa Junction to be precise. As I'm typing to you now, our power is still off after sleeping through darkness last night, just like all night from Monday. From Monday till today, we have not had power for up to 48 hours combined. No, this is not doomsday. The entire neighborhood has electricity, but the faces connected to a transformer. No one is having the decency to even complain, to explain to us exactly what the issue is. You call the helpline, no one answers. I have made multiple trips to the fault office 2 times today already, and yet it is nonchalance upon nonchalance. No sense of urgency, no decency to even empathize. We do not know exactly what type of load our transformer is carrying that power cannot stay stable for up to an hour without going off. I have tried contacting the MP. I am being told it is not within his jurisdiction. To anyone close to him, please draw his attention to this issue as we have had enough.
Which area is this?
This is
Adenta.
Adenta, and someone also corroborated this and said Nanakrom is also having such challenges.
I'm not sure if the ministry published the areas where the transformers are being changed. It will be, or ECG, it will be important.
Earlier, actually.
Did I include that area?
Yes, that enclave was part of it, if I remember correctly.
So it's 2,500 transformers across the country.
Exactly.
All right. Here's one from Bechile, which is also on utilities. Good morning, Bernard and team. This is Carl from Bechile. There's a worrying situation at Bechile, Bampa. We haven't had water since December. A demonstration was planned, but the chief then met with the organizers, Ghana water officials, and the Ghana police. The Ghana water officials promised to restore water supply within 2 weeks. We are now in the 5th week since the meeting, and there's still no water. Water tanker operators are taking advantage of the situation, and when you call them to supply water to your residents, it can take up to a week if you are lucky. Some won't even respond. This is sad and making life unbearable. Please get Ghana Water to tell us when we should expect water to be restored. What is interesting that Bechile is actually closer to Bon than Tema. So that if the water is coming from towards that area,
how does it bypass them? There's another message that combines the water and the electricity conversation. Suleiman Asanda writes that those of us at Nanakrom are also facing similar challenges. I painfully had to buy about 20 yards of cable to connect to a different transformer, so I have some rest in the evening with the power on. The least said about Ghana Water Company in Adenta municipality, the better. Since December last year, the taps have do not flow until each day, and since then it's been out again. Sadly, just opposite the MP's house, water is being sold to commercial vehicles for them to sell it to us.
Which area
at
is this?
Exorbitant prices. This is Nanakrom.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, 200 cedis per polyton. Wow.
So now they're so when you say Nanakrom, you're talking about
Niger.
So this is Adenta constituency. And that area is actually the border between Adenta and Punkatamanso.
Yes.
Something that's happening there that's good though is that the Santor Road is finally being done.
Yeah.
They've started work on the Santor. You know,
you say
we made noise about the Adringano Road that takes you to Kakasunaka areas.
Yeah.
No,
Ajekojo
side. Yeah. No, sorry, let me explain this. Niger to School Junction towards they call it Nanakrom Estate. That road has been fixed. Yes. But the one that you turn right when you get to British International, that road had been left abandoned for years.
They are fixing
They've
it.
started.
Okay.
They've started work on it. Okay. So you may want to go and do one of your rounds there and come back with some information.
That's interesting.
You know, you left that area a few years ago, so you don't use that route again. They've started work on the road. We don't know how quickly the road is going to move, so you can inspect it and tell us. But the reason I bring the electricity and water thing is, you know, roads are important, power is important, but I think water is life.
Yeah.
And for me, if you listen to what we did last month, that Peri-Urban Accra struggles with water, I have the distinct sense that because roads attract a lot more ire and anger from people, the media gives roads more attention, and for which reason the government also gives roads more attention. And I'm not saying you shouldn't give roads more attention, but if you listen to the man we interviewed, the Ghana Water CEO, who sat exactly in the chair, he said most of the major water treatment plants were built either pre-independence or a few years after independence. Now, if a system was built in 1954 or 1973, look, Ghana was a different country then. All right. It seems to me as if investing in a water system is not very visible. It's not like a road. So you can publish a road in a green book and people will be happy. Or people drive and say, oh, the government has done well. Now, the thing about a water treatment system, is that when people get water, they keep quiet. So you don't really get the same level of credit you will get, and it's not that visible. All right. But when there's no water, I think beyond just giving people water for them to keep quiet, even a lot of sicknesses are solved. Because if somebody's in Bechile and is looking for water, he can be so desperate that a water tanker provider can fetch water from an unsafe source. That water provision is not properly regulated. So I'm not even sure if this will not lead to water-borne diseases. All right. So, and it's going to affect businesses as well. All right. So I think the water situation and the water investment in water systems is much bigger than we, the media, are giving attention to. And I think the Ghana Water team is limited in the ability to shout. Galamsey has affected Ghana Water tremendously. And then poor investment in water. I was checking the budget for 2025. We are investing billions of cedis in roads, which we should. I didn't see the same. In fact, if I come did the calculation for me, very paltry amounts have been invested in water systems.
Yeah.
And I think the government needs to reprioritize water too. I don't hear the minister for water talk a lot.
Yeah.
He's not very
housing. And,
so who is the minister for water? Is there a ministry for water?
Kenneth.
So it's water resources, works and housing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying minister talking means it's working, but if I look at the scale of the challenge a peri-urban Ghana faces with water provision, Tamale, Accra, Kufuridua, I expect a lot more advocacy from that sector. Godfrey, I feel they are too quiet.
I agree with you in a number of ways, but
Yes.
I also think the country and its planners and developers are struggling to catch up with the population growth and where they are spreading to. So when you're reading the messages, Bechile and all those places, you ask yourself, on paper, was there a readiness to welcome settlements in that direction? And at the speed with which those settlements sprang up. You understand?
Yeah.
Because what we've had is indiscriminate growth across different parts of Accra, where the complementary infrastructure, power, water, the superstructure of it or the framework for it has not been laid. So you have a place that suddenly has 40,000, 50,000 people living there within a year, and you now have to catch up with what those places are doing. So I share that concern, but there's also a big point to be made for what you're saying, where the same way with the deliberate manner in which we have changed access to electricity as a country, perhaps we have not changed access to water in the same way. Because if you look at the work that was done to improve access to electricity as it is, points of power across the country, you would realize that there was a push by several governments to get us there. The water people have not seen that kind of change. You understand? So we need to build towards that.
We'll come to that in subsequent programs. We'll take a short break. When we come back, the president of Ghana visited Zambia between February 4 and 6. He and his colleague, President Kainde Hikelima, oversaw the signing of 10 strategic MOUs designed to foster shared prosperity. Among other things, there was a big conversation around fintech and data economy investments. And there were also a number of Ghanaian businesses that were sent to Zambia by the Minister for Communication to discuss AI and collaboration. When we come back, we'll be joined by the two ministers, our Samonate George, who's Ghana's Minister for Communication, Data Technology and Innovation, and his Zambian colleague in the person of Felix Mutati. It's not to be confused with Mutatu. Mutati is different from Matatu. Matatu in Kenya is something else. When we come back, we'll be talking to the two gentlemen who are on a brief media tour as part of a visit of the Zambian minister. Stay with us.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Easter is here and Electroland says come and shop. This Easter, make it special. Electroland is bringing you unbeatable offers, unbelievable discounts and exciting free gifts. Feel the rhythm with Samsung, TCL and Media Home Theaters. Enjoy your favorite Easter movies on LED smart TVs. You can stay cool all day with our powerful air conditioners. Want a bedside fridge for your chilled drinks? We've got you. Prepare your Easter meals on a 4 to 6 burner gas cooker with grill and oven. And make laundry easy with top or front load washing machines. Visit our showrooms or go to www.electrolandga.com. Call 050-315-9739. Electroland, home of luxury affordable electronics.
Hey, so what
what goes into building quality structures? I mean, literally, what goes into it? Wujaf, you don't want to be sitting here somewhere worrying whether or not you did a really good job. It'd be very simple equation. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, massa, forget it. Don't start cry. Menye, diamond cement has been providing builders, block makers, and construction companies that peace of mind for years. Diamond cement is 42.5 R grade cement, unbeatable quality made right here in Ghana. And because we have your pocket in mind, we provide 32.5 R grade so that everybody gets your own. No long talk, Jack. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, don't start. Locate Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide with factories in Aflao, Takrade, and Buipe, or call 0244-313-368 or 0540-111-978 or 0202-021-175. Diamond Cement, still as hard as a diamond.
In Ghana, planning ahead is something we grew up with. It's in the small things. Filling your barrels and buckets just in case the taps don't flow tomorrow. Parents buying school shoes 2 or 3 sizes too big so you can grow into them. Or wrapping your books carefully so that they can be passed down to the next child. It's how we've always looked out for the future. Quietly, thoughtfully, every day.
For 20 years, we've understood what Ghanaians have always known. Planning today secures tomorrow. It's the reason we provided life insurance solutions for every aspect of your future. Star Life didn't introduce planning ahead, we only made it better. Why? Because it's who you've always been. Star Life, your solid partner for life.
We are Star Life, your solid partner for life.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva Tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangerine. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055-00-322-31. Piva, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
Attention all Ghanaian students in basic to senior high schools. Want to win 15,000 Ghana cedis? Join the Kofi A. Terrier Good Citizenship Challenge now. Form a team of at least 5 students and embark on a community service initiative that will make a real difference. For more details, call 050-591-0960. The final submission deadline is 30th June 2026.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
So the ministry with one of the longest names, Communication, Data Technology and Innovation. The minister, Samonate George, is also MP for Ningo Pram. He's in the studio this morning, and he's here with his colleague, Minister of Communication for Zambia, Robert Mutati. Honorable Samuel George, welcome to the show. Good morning.
Good morning, Bernard. Thanks so much.
How are you doing?
Great. Good to be back in the City studio.
So what have we done to deserve this honor? You've brought your colleague from Zambia and you've walked straight into our studio. What have we done to deserve this?
Well, when you have a guest, you put on your best show.
Okay.
And if I was to do a morning show, I had to come to the best.
Okay.
So yes, that's why I'm here. You are the best we can showcase.
Oh,
and
thank
so
you.
It's a privilege and honor to be here with my brother and colleague, Honorable Felix Mutati.
I suspect this visit is a follow-up to President Mahama's visit to Zambia between February 4 and 6. Tell us about that visit and what it has led to.
So that was a presidential state visit. The president went along with about 5 ministers of state, myself included. But when we were asked to go, we said, well, we couldn't just follow the president because we were following him. We wanted to put up a business forum and business engagements. And so we went with 12 Ghanaian businesses in different areas: software development, tech solutions, health, cloud computing. So some of the companies we went with were Git Plus, who are into software development, Bahamas Limited, who offer tech solutions to our regulator here.
Yes.
Snoo Code.
Oh, Snoo
Code really says those the brains behind digital addressing. Axel, who are into cloud computing, Shack Express, which is into last mile green tech solutions, STEMAID Africa, which is an edutech company. We went with Grow For Me, an agri-tech company, Yoga Experiences Africa, which is a wellness technology company, and then my company 365, which is an AI company, and then Dachi Secure Africa, cybersecurity tech firm, Apps and Mobile, who are into fintech, and Sano, who are into fintech, and Mino Health, AI lab, who are also into health tech.
That's Mino Health. This guy,
Darlington, who is the co-author or co-lead on our national AI strategy that we launched on Friday.
I see.
And so we were there with President Mahama, put up a business engagement, and Honorable Mutati was absolutely fantastic. In barely 72 hours on the ground, he organized almost 28 different meetings for us with businesses, with regulators. I only need to make the call and say we need to meet with the central bank. In 2 hours, the deputy governor of the bank was there, only because the governor was not in the country. You know, the office of the register of companies there called PACRA. We were with PACRA. I mean, all the regulators, it was, they rolled out the red carpet for us, and we looked at the collaborations that will be done. On the last day, we had a business summit where President Mahama and President HH, as he's called, Hakiena Hichilema, were present. And at that summit, we explained what we had achieved as the ministers for tech. And President Hichilema said he wanted for us to build on this. We've done a lot in Ghana in terms of AI and fintech. And Zambia is looking to replicate and learn from us. But Zambia has also done exceedingly well in Mindtech.
Okay.
Mindtech, yes. Mindtech, and in managing and dealing with issues of environmental pollution in mining.
Using technology. And so President Mahama indicated that he will want for us to learn from them, just as President HH also asked that they should learn from us. So it's a learning experience. But for us as the Ministry of Comms, we believe that most of the solutions our companies here develop are not just Ghanaian solutions, they're African solutions. And what better way to find and take the solutions out than to partner with a country we have huge history with, Zambia. And Zambia is uniquely positioned because in the southern region, we see Zambia as 8+1. Zambia shares a border with 8 other countries, and so a foothold in Zambia gives us the opening into the others. Already we've got an invitation from Malawi because they've seen what we're doing with Zambia, and so this is why we're where we are. And Honorable Mutati is here for us to cement some of the arrangements and discussions that started. I'm sure he may talk about the 3 areas where I'll come
we're
to that
looking
shortly.
to really cement on this trip.
Let me welcome Honorable Robert Mutati to Ghana. Welcome.
Felix.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And welcome to our studio this morning.
Thank you.
So what my minister has said, is it true?
and you know, the only reason I've come here with the delegation is the impact that Sam George created when he came into Zambia.
Okay.
Yeah. The impact that he was able to influence, that when you engage, when you learn from each other, you begin to deliver the birth of transactions and investment.
Wow.
You begin to deliver connecting Africa to Africa. And that is Sam George.
Wow.
Yeah. And for me, coming here, it's like coming back home. My last born daughter is married to Kwesi. I don't know where Kwesi is from. Okay. So I'm coming back home to come and
to see your in-laws.
Yes, the Ghana spirit.
Correct.
But much more important is the entry of President Mahama into Zambia. He was done in a fugu. So the Zambian people thought that's a blouse. As in they got clothes to wear when he's coming to visit. But that sparked curiosity. And I tell you today, it's been accepted as one of the transformative attire.
Wow.
It's now an African attire. So I think it was very, very impactful. I was also honored to be the Minister of Honor to the President.
Oh, wonderful.
So we shared small talk, big talk, everything else.
And you know, he was a Minister of Communication earlier in his first, I think 10 or 15 years ago, right?
Yeah. But beyond that, he's an intellectual.
Of course.
He's an intellectual, and that's what I liked. So you had conversation not between minister and president, but you had conversation to transform the lives of the people of Ghana and Zambia. And I think that were impactful, conversation. So I come here also with a delegation of innovators, startups, to continue to build what Sam George and the team came to do. When they came with an investment portfolio close to $60 million US.
Correct.
So I'm telling my innovators that Ghanaians didn't come to help you. Ghanaians came to transact and invest in each other. So let me bring you into Ghana. See what you can do to shock them as well. That you have substance. It doesn't matter about the dollars. It matters about exchange of ideas, growing together, building Africa as one big team. So I'm looking forward the next 1 or 2 days.
Let me just get this straight. So you sent 12 tech companies to Zambia to look for opportunity for them. He is also replicated by bringing tech companies to Ghana to see what they can benefit. So let's put it so, what are the top things you want to gain from Ghana or learn from Ghana? And also, what are the things you want to learn? You said you mentioned about mind tech. So you, Honorable Mutati, tell me what you feel you can learn from the Ghana experience with technology and all of that. And then I'll flip the question to him.
And for us is to be able to deal with some of our own priorities, that we're doing, in Zambia. And in particular, is the Fintech, payment platforms, because they are mostly systems. We want to move a lot more from systems into platforms.
Okay.
And in order to move into platforms, you need the fundamental underlying infrastructure. And one of the fundamental is a digital ID. Beyond the physical, fiber and whatever. Ghana has done a lot, in that area. So we want to learn and collaborate, in that area. Once you go into platforms, then you can plug into what they're doing in fintechs. Okay. Then you can plug in what Ghana is doing in many other areas of technology. So I have told my fintechs and my innovators and startups, go there and be curious. Go there and discover. I don't want to format you and say, no, you are going there for this, that, and that. No, go there and discover.
Come with an open mind. So how many did you bring?
About 16.
16 fintechs,
yes.
To come to Ghana.
Yes.
Amazing. How long are you staying here?
We'll be here for most of this week.
I see. So you'll be at the event on Friday. They would have left.
Yeah, I would have left. Okay. But they will stay for as long as they are able to take some goods back.
I see. George, let's come back to you. You said there are a lot to learn from Zambia. Mind tech.
Yes.
So what are you looking? Of course, you've sent our companies there. They are trying to get opportunity. What on a national level do you feel you can learn from Zambia?
Well, one of the things that we would learn, even in the fintech space, is one of the things the companies that went, some of the fintech companies that went to Zambia told me was they realized that Zambia has got this localized village financial economy where monies go to rural farmers and all of that. And that is entrenched there. As a government that is looking to expand technology into the hands of our rural folks, and we have the leap payments and things that we do that support households, but those payments are sometimes fraught with some human interventions, which you will understand what I mean by that. If we can adopt these technological platforms that they use to do their local village financial inclusion into our system, it makes our system even better and more robust. So even in an area where you would say that maybe we're a bit more developed, there are still learnings to make out of the Zambian experience, because and that's what we keep saying, that African problems need to be solved in an African nuance, because the challenges we face in Ghana are very similar to the challenges faced in Zambia. Someone who's coming from Finland may not appreciate those challenges. And so even as we go into an area where we seem to have an edge, we're still picking learnings from them. Now, when you come to an area like Mind Tech, where Zambia is doing a lot, and even dealing with energy, and so President Mahama spoke. I won't be surprised very soon that Honorable John Jinapor will be going to Zambia, because President Mahama said he also wanted our energy minister to go there. How they managed to deal with waste and their energy grid, And you know that's one of the biggest challenge in Ghana, that we have almost over 30% waste in terms of distribution waste and losses. And so it is in dealing with that, what kind of technology have they deployed to be able to make their grid efficient, such that as much energy they produce, most of it is paid for and utilized by industry. Because as Ghana drives this industrialization today, if you listen to the energy ministry, we are consuming power faster than at any point in our history. So the energy ministry puts in a new 400 megawatts capacity into the market. In less than 6 months, it's swallowed. But the question is, are we actually making optimal utilization of the power, or are we producing so much because there's so much in waste? So for us, those are areas where we need to learn from Zambia and the Zambian experience. And I'm sure, like Honorable Mutati said, even in the conversations in other areas of AI, of cybersecurity, there are things we will learn from them as we also suggest solutions to them. So it's a learning experience for both countries.
How refreshing is this, looking at the fact that in the past, a lot of African countries, their first port of call is Europe. They travel to Europe on a delegation to this or that conference, and they see African countries as too similar in levels of development and in product offerings to even bother to travel. Our president has a different view. So you notice he travels to a lot of African countries. How different is this approach to development, this South Africa type of cooperation, from what you've known as a politician?
You know, as a politician, we used to go to Europe, but mainly to buy clothes. You know.
Okay. Thanks for confessing. To buy clothes.
Yeah, but what we're doing between us as Africans, my colleague has mentioned, MindTech, using a startup, in Zambia, we discovered the biggest copper deposit in 100 years.
Using a startup?
Yes, a startup, AI powered.
Is it?
So those are the lessons that you can't learn from Europe. These are lessons that are built with local knowledge, local technology, and that is what is much more important than Europe. Yeah. A few days ago, Zambia is got a challenge in mosquitoes, malaria. Again, we were at one of our universities where they are working out how can we use AI to try and address the malaria incidents.
Okay.
Now, can you learn that from Europe?
No. Malaria is not a priority for them.
Yeah, it's not a priority. So let's learn from each other. And third is, I want my fintechs and innovators to try and explore West Africa. So using Ghana as a platform to go into the region.
So we are the entry point into West Africa.
The entry point. The gateway. Just like now they are a gateway to...
And by the way, are you East or Southern Africa? There's always a confusion between...
No, we are Southern.
You are Southern.
Very, very, very prominent Southern.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even though physically you are not too far from Kenya.
Okay, Kenya, there's a country in between.
That's Tanzania.
Yeah.
So you are Southern Africa.
Southern Africa.
Southern Africa.
Yeah.
I see.
We are Southern Africa, and we have got 8 plus 1 neighbor. 9.
So who are your neighbors? Mozambique, Zimbabwe,
yes, Namibia, Angola, Tanzania, and
this is South Africa.
No.
Zimbabwe. So 8 countries.
Yeah, 8 countries. Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
So where are you? Are you doing any tourism? Is he, apart from bringing him here, which is a good place to start? Where else is he going this week?
Well, we'll do another media house tomorrow, but he's going to be visiting almost all of our regulators.
Wonderful.
There's going to be a meeting at the Bank of Ghana. There's going to be a meeting at the NIA, the National Identification Authority. There's going to be a meeting at the Cybersecurity Authority, at the National Communications Authority, and he'll be touring the Margins Group facility.
Yes.
Because like he indicated, on this trip, digital ID is a key top of agenda item for them, and as well as a few regulatory tools from the NC and the Cybersecurity Authority. So we'll be engaging. But one of the key things that for us is exciting is the issue of license passporting, which we started having a conversation around. We met with the deputy governor in Zambia. We're arranging meetings. In fact, this morning we're having a business roundtable engagement. The Bank of Ghana is going to be present and doing a presentation with the ORC as well, the Registrar of Companies. But what we want to do is the Bank of Zambia's Fintech policy, we're told by the deputy governor there, was modeled and actually structured by technical expertise from the Bank of Ghana.
Wow.
So very similar platforms. So if a company in Zambia using those benchmarks that have been created goes through the rigorous processes of getting a PSP license.
Wow.
If that company comes to Ghana, must they come and start afresh from the beginning again when they've gone through a similar regulatory regime? Can Ghana recognize the licenses issued by the Central Bank of Zambia? And can Zambia recognize the licenses issued by the Central Bank of Ghana? So that it makes it easy for our businesses, because businesses leave Ghana today, go into Zambia, or from Zambia and come, and they have to start all over again, bureaucratic bottlenecks. How do we ease our business for our private sector? And so those are key things that we want to drive between our countries so that it's easier. And from there, we can begin to actually talk about remittances between Ghana and Zambia without it having to go through a corresponding bank in America or in Europe, where so that African trade can actually be
so this
cheaper.
is even beyond technology.
No, way bigger. Yes,
I see. I hope you present a fugu to him before.
Don't preempt us.
No. Any final thoughts from you, Honorable Minister from Zambia? Any final closing thoughts from you before you go?
My final thoughts is that I've come with an open mind.
Good.
To learn, to engage, but ultimately to have concrete outputs from this trip, particularly for my innovators and startups that have come through. So they shouldn't come here to tour and see, which is important. But much more crucial is that can they build their enterprises to be bigger than when they came.
Super. So, Honorable Samwajo, thank you. I know you come back here. We have home issues to discuss.
Plenty.
This is
and definitely we'll take them to see the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum and all of that. Yes, we will.
This is a visitors meeting, so we don't want to go there.
No, right now they won't go there. Our guests are here. Let's behave ourselves.
Samwajo is Minister for Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation.
Walk into a studio with Bernard, Godfred and Caleb.
You can't do it.
No.
And Robert Mutati is the Felix Mutati is the Minister for the same ministry or sector from Zambia. Thank you for visiting us. We wish you well on your trip.
Thank you.
See how they slack, worry about all the things that they lack. Young, gifted, and black, gift the gap and I rap. I suppose I should clap, give thanks and give dap. Put my son on my lap or run a victory lap. Opportunity knocks, but we too deaf to hear. Put to death our fears, bring to life our dreams. We out here, we don't adhere to regular rules. Our mama's fasting and praying for our circular fools. With some reckless dudes, lust for shoes and Jews. New chucks, custom made in such golden stews. Mysterious life, Nancy Drew shared no clues. Curious knife, stabbed us, now we bleed and bruise. Confusing ones with needs, what I want.
Well, it's been a very interesting morning. We started off by discussing Accra Kumasi Road. And Godfred, I think the view is that we need the expressway, but that does not mean the bypasses should not be done.
Yes.
All right. Some people think we also need a rail line.
Actually.
We need a lot of things.
Yeah. But I think one of the things governments do is prioritization.
Yeah.
And I think the expressway, they've bought the idea, so we'll not interfere. But I feel like we need to do a rail as well, particularly for the large goods that we transport, because they destroy roads, and rail doesn't have the same level of maintenance. Yeah. All right. Then we've spoken a bit to MTN, at least that was good. Then there's discussion about government needing to invest more in water. I think that there needs to be a bigger conversation about that. And I think the minister for, what's the ministry again?
Water.
I think he needs to be more visible.
Yeah.
because
he's been doing some work on the affordable housing thing. The last
declared some structures also unsafe for occupancy.
You see,
on Kaiser flats.
I feel like for a minister, beyond getting work done, there's also a very important advocacy role. Okay, we keep getting people complaining about water.
Yeah.
I think the minister needs to give it more attention. He needs to come on air and say, look, this is the state of the infrastructure for water. This is what is possible. This is what I need.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing on that. I need to understand from him. Is it private sector he needs? Is it government money he needs? Do you understand?
Yeah.
I feel like the model for urban water is not sustainable.
Yeah, and I am hoping we get to a day where the calling of Jones and his people is a thing of the past.
Jones.
And by that I mean the water tankers. The fact that it's such a vibrant business speaks to the problem that we are facing in water delivery in most parts of the country. Like you said, the north is crazy.
Serious.
The ones we are facing here as well. A lot needs to be done. And we will see that progress being made only if we have somebody like the minister, as you're saying, the people speak up and say, look, these are the problems that we face. The day that Gallus came here, it was quite revealing. Some of the things he spoke about, the volumes of water, the deficit in water production that exists.
And the losses too.
And the losses that are being made. If a government doesn't stand up and say, look, we need to solve this problem and see it as a priority. They'll just touch it and go, touch it and go, touch it and go, and we'll keep buying water. And the thing is this, my cynical mind always tells me somebody is making money. So there is no interest in fixing that particular problem, because I'm asking myself,
people are benefiting from them.
Who owns those trucks? How do we even find them? Where are they getting the water from? You know, so there's never an interest to fully solve those problems, because somebody somewhere is always chopping money somewhere.
It's like, you know, when it comes to roads, I can't build my private road, so we all fight for the road.
Exactly.
But when it comes to water, people are finding, and you know, I feel like the middle class needs to stop this idea of, because I can find a personal solution to a public problem, I check out.
Thank you.
Clean water is a number one issue.
You know, and if we fix that problem, something we haven't considered, we fix that water problem, our pollution problem gets solved by half.
Completely.
All the plastic sachet water, you see, because people don't trust the quality of water they get in their taps. That's why we don't drink
at all.
But you can, but you leave Ghana and enter South Africa, you drink the water like that. If we're able to solve that water problem, people will not need sachet water in their homes. Because now the sachet water is not even for drink, people are cooking with it. You solve the pollution problem, and two, you solve the price problem. Because the past week or so, look at the
water tankers.
Look at the prices of
so
water.
I am this is a gentle nod to the Honorable Kenneth Gilbert Ejay, Minister for Works, Housing and Water Resources. Please, we need to hear from you on water. We need to hear from you for investment in the water systems. And this is for both Ghana Water and then the community water and on all of that. Water is life. Water must be number one. Look, I'm not saying come on air and talk every day, but we need to know your strategy
and your direction,
so we can decide what to do. So we can know what to do. So thank you for that. Those who are listening can send information if it's not listening. It's a wrap on the show. We've been doing a show. My name is Bernard Koku Avle. I've been here with Godfrey Akotoboafo and Caleb Kudak, Francisca Kaka-Fossen as well. Coming up next is City News at 10, and we have Shiba Araba Benin. Shiba, welcome.
Thank you, Bernard. Coming up in the